Shouts out to the Dirtbag Dan show. Quality entertainment since the beginning of time. Motherfucker.
Boy, I got my mind on cake. Boy, I got my mind on cake.
Hustle every night and day. Boy, I got my mind on cake.
Oh shit!
Finna get sued by Abel.
Yo.
Finna get sued. Finna get sued.
We get to nail it and inhale it. What up? It's the Dirtbag Dan show. Clearly I'm focused on other things right now. But it's episode 22 and it's the goddamn year-end special. This is the last episode of 2013, which I believe is the birth year of the Dirtbag Dan show, correct? Am I mistaken, or did we start in 2012?
Technically 12, because
yeah,
it was right
I
after
think
the
it was.
cannabis joint.
Yeah, it was. It was right after that event. It was completely.
No, you're
That's
absolutely.
That's including like the previous episodes, like the pre-episodes.
Yeah, if you're counting the shit from way back when.
Oh my god.
We old school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
you were
are.
on that
We
first
old
one.
school.
We own.
Yeah, Lush was actually on the first episode of the Dirtbag Dan show.
Naked.
But I'm saying in this home, in our new studio, this is where we really fucking got started. And I was saying too to Rory, I was saying I'm glad motherfuckers are just starting to tune in now, because the first 10 probably weren't like the tightest episodes in the world.
Dude, 5 is the best one.
Oh, we're fucking rolling.
What do you mean?
now. Which one's 5?
5 is the germ-free episode.
Oh yeah.
It's the best one.
Did she do the ping pong ball trick?
No, she did the alien nipple tweak.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah, alien nipple twerk, dude.
The nipple
The
hungry
grays,
demon.
dude. It was the grays.
Was it? I forget the word for tweaking nipples.
We basically figured out that
Twerking it.
the best way to tweak your nipples with one hand is the shaka
Shaka
bra.
bra, dude.
You got to be bird chested.
Bird chested with long
You can't
thumbs.
do one push.
See, if I was DNA, I would take hell of advantage of that shit and just put like the areola right in between the gap. You feel me? And that's how you really stimulate the fuck out of bitch.
Damn.
When Caddy was really going through it, he could do it with the one hand shaka, but now that he's been hitting them weights and shit and that hemo
It's
rage,
hard, man.
he's like, I can't
It's a
tweak
difficult
I
task.
can't tweak with one hand.
You be having that loose old man skin or what? Like,
Oh, my chest is so big.
Yo,
Yeah.
No homo.
so it's like I said, it's a year-end special, so we're gonna treat this one a little differently. Clearly, we have Caustic is back. He was in AZ one episode, and then he went to the UK and just had a battle with Mr. 13.
Mr. Fat A.
Mr. 13. And then we have Lush One and Cadalack Ron, who are, I think, I could safely say, are the most requested guest on the Dirtbag Dan show. Every time Caddy's on, every time Lush is on, they're like, they need to be on every single fucking episode. So
that's just because we get naked on camera.
in studio, it's all about how.
I just let the cock talk.
I'm technical.
It's just cock talk on mine.
Wow.
I'm naked.
They Caddy actually drank piss on the first his own segment on the Dirtbag
More
Dan show.
than piss. It was his own piss.
Yeah, I know.
It's different.
It is different.
It's not just
Yo,
like drinking.
you ain't never
random
seen
urine.
Waterworld, bruh?
Oh.
In one of
Kevin
was about
Costner
that
got
life,
it in.
dude.
It's
He was
called
about that
urine
life.
therapy.
I heard Costner do that in real life.
Yeah, for
High key.
In a Mr. Coffee.
If I pissed like Kevin Costner, I would probably drink my own piss too. But I eat like shitty food, so I don't think it'll be like.
How are you so up on
What
Kevin
was he-
Costner's
yeah,
diet?
What
Like,
was he eating at the time?
what
I'm
the
just
fuck is
imagining
that
the dude
about?
probably eats like fine Whole Foods stuff. He's not going to Carl's Jr. like me and having.
What if
fucking-
that's all he does?
I seen that
Yeah,
fool
what if
at
he's like, what about Hasselhoff?
When's the last
dude?
time you
He
saw
was eating
Kevin
burgers
Costner?
off
Nah,
the
he
floor
was
and shit?
he was at the 43rd and Crenshaw, El Pollo Loco. I caught him slipping.
Real as fuck.
Oh my lord.
That is Waterworld. over there.
But one thing that people were hitting us up about a lot was what the fuck is up with Band-Aid Man. People don't know when
Someone was calling him Band-Aid boy or something.
Band-Aid
I
boy?
was like, what?
No, that's Band-Aid Man.
Yeah, it's like, don't get it twisted. That fool come to your house and fuck shit up. dude.
he's been burned.
I was actually gonna bring him.
That I was keeping my fingers crossed because Band-Aid Man every once in a while I'll get a tweet and they're always burn related.
He
You know
makes
what
horrible
I mean?
puns about his facial
About his
disfigurement.
facial disfigurement.
Yeah.
But you had the one Band-Aid Man Vine, and we, myself and Rory, decided that whenever Caddy didn't meet the deadline for getting the video in that we would just loop Band-Aid Man for 30
This
seconds.
fool
It's gotta
Caddy's
play
got
at
a
least
set.
like 2 or 3 times.
Caddy got a set early tomorrow at the Alta Bates Hospital burn ward.
As Band-Aid Man.
Well, no, I get caught up trying to make the segments too good, so it's like
Yeah.
it takes me a little longer. Like,
Seriously.
Incidentally, I just got an email from Michael Rappaport. Too.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about
So
this.
like all that shit on Twitter actually turned into me. He started following me and then DM'd me, and then he's gonna do an interview for the Dirtbag
That
Dan
is
show.
so
That is
fucking
fucking
awesome.
amazing.
People who don't know,
No, you
Michael-
gotta have him do it as Remy though.
Yeah.
I want to be an engineer.
Uh,
I want to be an engineer.
Yo, okay, people who don't know what's up with
Please,
Michael
Michael
Rappaport,
Rappaport.
go IMDb this motherfucker. He's been in like
Yeah, man.
900 movies, but
He's
he
like-
was like the first. He's like the OG, like
Down white boy. in
down white boy.
Hollywood.
He's like the first like
Man,
down.
he was in
hip-hop
all the
white boy.
movies as like the signature
I kick him
white
with
guy. and,
Q-tip,
like-
you know, like it's whatever.
Michael Rappaport gonna do an interview. I mean the last interview you did was fucking wild, and people were so offended by what's her name?
Janet Jordan.
No, her homegirl.
Oh, Annie Hardy.
Annie Hardy.
Yeah.
She said that women were the N-words of the world,
Yeah.
and people were super.
were
bummed.
you petting the dog out of like sheer discomfort? Or?
Well, it was like super uncomfortable situation to begin with. But like, my friend had just overdosed there too. Like we couldn't, like he found a bottle of Xanax and ate 14 Xanax, and then
That seems like too many.
was
Should
like
have stopped at the
Dude,
say,
that's
homie.
at 4, and then he was like scheming all night trying to like get heroin or whatever, and ended up overdosing and fucking.
But I'm fine now.
Yeah, he was actually. he actually filmed the interview. He was filming.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
The Narcan was still working in his system, and he was brought back to life momentarily.
Dude, that is
That's
so
what that
insane.
shit should have been called, Narcan.
But yeah, that shit took me. It was like in the questions on whatever the fake rap music thing is now or whatever.
RMBVA. I mean, that's what
rap
it is.
music.
though. That's
Hey,
it.
the fake
Fake rap
goes
music
hard
is
in
a
the
tight
paint.
name.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's whatever. I don't know the difference.
It is fake rap music.
It's not
though.
rap music anymore, basically.
It's whatever. It's like the
It's
same.
called
as rap music.
RMBVA.
No, I like that shit. They did an interview with me, whatever.
That shit is tight.
No, it's
I
tight
fucks
for
with
sure.
RM.
So do
fucks
I.
with the RM.
But,
But
it's
they were
not
like, yo,
inaccurate
they're
to
like,
call it.
Dirtbag Dan show. If you want only whites to listen to your show, they're like, then keep having Cadalack Ron do those interviews, because he's racist, and he's like, I said that battle rap culture has a lot of racism in it, and then all these hip hop heads are like, that's such bullshit. Racism isn't part of the culture. And I said, I didn't say rap music. I said battle rap is fucking has a
They're
lot
like,
of
nah,
fucking
man,
racism.
you don't listen to Diggable Planets?
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Watch any battle that has 2 different races and fucking
It's
shit's
coming
fucking
up.
racist.
It's
You
gonna
know,
come up,
real,
man.
real hip hop culture like PM Dawn.
PM Dawn.
man.
Oh man.
No,
Sex pack.
I noticed that people were tripping off that, and I thought that was
That shit was
fucking
funny
incredible.
to me, man.
I think that no, it was super funny
And
to
she
me
compared her like black dog to a black crackhead. She's like, he has like one long fingernail. She's like, you ever notice how black crackheads just have like one
What a-
long dirty fingernail?
What about
like,
when?
Hey, I notice how pimps like have,
That's
like
true,
you
too,
be-
but
that's
they're
a
not-
sign of being a dope dealer, you know.
What
But
about?
it's
What
But
clean.
they're
about
not
when
always
you was, like-
hygienic. Like pimps
Nah.
have their shit pretty clean.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
But a lot of like some
Then I got the foul from my fingernails. you
right.
feel
But then
me?
there's like wannabe pimps who don't know about hygiene.
Yeah.
And they're like just dirty ass dudes with long
we
fingernails.
call them chili bowl pimps because they're waiting at the diner, posted up across the street. They got the bitches like, because if any pimp tries to infiltrate, they running out that diner.
Okay. Okay.
Hey.
Hey,
No,
what you doing?
no.
Hey, bitch, what you doing, bitch?
Wow, this
Chili pimps.
This is already starting fucking spectacular.
Chili ball pimp.
That's some
'Cause you
iceberg
never
Slim
know.
shit.
You never know.
So Caustic was gone, right? You went to fucking Don't Flop,
I did.
and a bunch of fucking shit happened at Don't Flop this weekend. A bunch of shit really happened, and this is why we can get away with like not doing a regular Dirtbag Dan show. Not only is it the last one of the year, but battle rap really went hard last week, and just people were punching each other, and people were talking shit to each other globally, and lucky Caustic was there for a portion of it. At least he was at the Don't Flop event, and overall, how was the event overall? It was a 2-day event, right?
Yeah, it was 2 days. The event was tight. I guess there was a problem with like some of the undercards not showing up. The undercards are feeling important and just didn't feel the need to handle their shit.
Blithering Venom didn't show up.
What do you mean? Do you
Well,
think? Do you mean not showed up on time or not
That was
showed
pretty
up at
accurate. It was pretty accurate, honestly.
Not showed up on time.
They
or not
just
showed up at all?
a lot of them didn't show up and a lot of them were late. It was just disjointed. So like the really it's honestly kind of a positive that it just wasn't a lot of undercards.
So there was
Blithering
good battles.
Venom versus Intense Enema.
Okay, it was pretty good,
Blithering
man. I feel like Team Canada had a rough time.
Yeah.
Just nameless.
Hey, don't look at me, cuz I'm from
Nameless.
LA. You feel me?
So Nameless, one of the things that I read online was that Nameless took a retaliatory
Yes,
angle.
retaliatory stance
Retaliatorian angle
Retaliatorians?
against the totalitarianism of
against the totalitarianist
Of,
government known
Rowan
as
Fife.
Don't Flop.
Yeah.
And Rowan Fife's dictatorship.
Yeah, so
He
like
basically refused to pay that T-tax.
He was like, nope.
it's funny because like
Oh, he shoved that shit in the harbor.
Nameless is a good dude, and Nameless is
Nameless is solid and human.
he's a solid person. He's
Yeah.
he's
I call
got
him Nameless, by the way. If I said Nameless, I apologize. It's
I always
Nameless.
I like Canamelous.
Canamelous.
Canamelous is the shit.
Namels or Canamelous? Go on.
And when you're on the road with other people that are on the road with you, we're kind of like your fucking team for the weekend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we're kind of Team North America.
Oh, yeah.
All hands up, and there was cinnamon.
there-
The only
Cinnamon
time
partitions
we'll
were
ever
freestyled.
rep that North America.
Yeah.
Like we need to distinguish.
banded by our
They're with us too.
yeah
Yeah,
our
guys,
need
we're
for
all
each
one
other.
team.
Sure. Yeah. Fine.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah, we're one team.
Yeah.
No Americans.
one team, eh?
No Americans in the team. Caustic.
So no, it was me, Ron, Real Deal, Nameless, and Pesci, and that's
Okay.
pretty.
Oh,
and Marvin
man.
Quest eventually,
Okay.
and
But they're like, we ain't chilling with them white boys.
Marvin.
Straight up.
Nah, I guess they didn't, huh?
Marv's
They
the Marv's the
Look, come to
man.
think of it.
Nah, we kicked it.
Me and
it was
both
all
drank.
good. Everybody kicked it. Everybody kicked it at our
Quest
hotel.
was so mad that I
Uh,
said something about proof one time. He harassed me for weeks on Twitter.
He was very
we
upset about that
we
shit.
squashed it.
I mean.
Yeah,
Hey.
so it was a whole thing, and so Nameless is kicking his shit, and he's kind of like concerned about what's gonna happen, and his last round is kind of really directed at Don't Flop and saying the shit about organic that he did, which really
Like he had a lot. He took bars on that shit. He spent a 16.
He spent a whole round on it. you
Oh,
know what I
wow.
mean? And so
He said, "You camel jockey."
and I know he didn't feel right about it because he wasn't supposed to get a certain amount of money, and hella went out of his way and just hooked him up with extra money anyways.
Yeah.
So you can't feel good going
I will
into your
say
round like, hey, thanks for the extra money. in
It's
the
good to
hotel.
acknowledge. It's good to acknowledge though the fact that from what I understand at this past event, did handle his biz and fulfill his promises,
Yeah.
and there haven't been the same complaints.
I
so-
honestly outside of the fuckery that we talked about on the last episode, they're always solid. You know what I mean? Like I even said that even though the first time I dealt with them, and we were all fucking. This was like 2010 when me and Madness went out there for the first time, and it was very, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone was young at this shit, so we weren't, we were tripping, but it was like it is what it is. I went back and we had, everything was solid from that point forward. So, so you're saying that he went out of his way and extra hooked young Nables up, and Nables still had this whole third round about how he's a dick.
And Nermal can't change his shit at
No,
this point.
not at
so
all.
it's really like, and he goes through with it, and and we're all we're all kicking it and shit.
How well was it received by the audience?
They didn't boo him, but they didn't, I think, appreciate it. Which he told me. I told him,
They're
I was
like, fuck this Canadian fool.
I was like, if you're doing this, you're taking a heel standpoint. You're going into this as the bad guy. You're accepting a loss.
But
already.
you're going home to endless blowjobs.
Yeah, but you did
Hundreds
it.
of
But you
them.
did it for the turf ultimately, and it's cool, So
Which I condone in.
I don't
regardless.
think Nameless should have did that because I don't think he was ready to be the bad guy.
And who did Canamels battle again?
Mark Grist.
Oh, young
So you're
Grist,
definitely
aka
the bad guy.
aka the teacher.
Young viral, OG virality.
OG virality.
So
He
yeah,
brings
so-
the tea drinking working English classmen to
He's
to
a-
watch the battles.
He's a
and shit.
viralionaire.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Most
Yeah, that
definitely.
fool got BBC on speed dial.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mr. Grist, are you doing another battle?
He's gonna do like
Tim
lifestyles
Westwood
of the
fire in the
rich
booth.
and famous when he's older and shit.
I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce your opponent's name. Is it Canamals? Is it
Cannibals.
Is it Cannibals?
Cannibals.
Is it Cannibalalis? So he clearly lost. Then he got shit on.
It was. I mean, it was close, but you sacrifice a round, and
It was
that's what-
close until the third round when
Yeah.
he does. Okay.
And you can't sacrifice
Damn.
a round like that.
All right.
But honestly,
How
like,
did- I'm sorry.
someone had to do that.
Yeah.
How did
I-
take it? How did take?
wasn't happy about it. He didn't like really raise his shit about it. But you know,
he can't really. But did he have like the shit look on his face?
I'm
Like-
sure he did. I couldn't. I was on the other side of the crowd.
That's cool.
But if I know,
I always like it
if
when
I know
people do that.
I'm sure he didn't have a happy look on his face.
You know what's funny is it's like the Smack gets it more than anybody, bro. They turn on Smack at least once an event. Someone turns to Smack and says, "This motherfucker said he was gonna pay me this much money." I'm like, damn. Like I've never once like been like.
But really, that makes Smack look like such a G. Because he's just standing there.
He's like,
he's
okay.
like, okay.
He's like, yeah, and you ain't gonna get paid nada.
I always thought that was crazy. Like I've seen someone do it to Organic before too, but I've never like wanted to go to a battle and be like, I'm gonna fucking talk shit about the host right now or the guy who's fucking
And
Let's
that's what
talk
I
shit
said
about
from
the
jump.
fucking
I'm like,
president of the league real quick.
or the
Yeah.
person I'm staying with or like the
I was
person
like,
who paid for
if
me
I
in
have a
my
business
hotel.
standing with you, I'm not gonna be like, yo, man, fuck you though, for real. Like,
T-Rex said that me and Awkwards had sex.
who did?
T-Rex. He said like he be in mushroom. On ecstasy and mushrooms. I'm like, what? I just paid you like 80 racks. Like,
My fucking sign.
I just put half of Harlem through fucking college. Like,
This shit just got incredibly real.
Oh my god.
I don't know how to say that in my battle.
So
Fuck.
what was the
Totally
what
forgot about
what other battles took place that weekend? Rome
Yeah, what
battles.
battles happened?
Soul and Lo Pesci went down,
Soul and Lo Pesci.
and that was an experience that I got
let's
to.
speak on the soul of Lo Pesci.
I thought that there was like a. Are we doing?
No, we're gonna
wrap-up?
talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the event, and then we'll
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
the
the
extracurriculars.
Okay.
Because Lo Pesci was
Okay,
involved
okay,
in some
okay.
dumb shit.
Okay. So there's nobody. They made Soul and Pesci battle really early in the first day.
Like,
So-
Because a bunch of the guys didn't show up.
Yeah. So a lot of people weren't there yet. So I was really Pesci's only homie going into it. So I'm in the ring with Pesci against Soul.
What a good guy.
Which
you are.
I am. I really am. I deserve some kind of recognition. in
He's
that.
I
not-
know
he's not a good guy.
exactly what the fuck you're talking about though, because there'll be
You're like,
motherfuckers
ah.
like, yeah, and I gotta
That's
back
wrong.
you. Like we're
Yeah.
here
No.
together.
Caustic's just expanding his services from Ghost Rider to Ghost Hyper.
Dude, you know who you know what the
There was,
worst one
there was a little PayPal exchange.
The show.
My worst one was
I was his bodyguard.
on a
I'm
completely
sure 100 bullets will pass out the receipt.
separate
It's all
side
about this
note.
homeless dude like screaming at me about being Archaic's bodyguard. in the
Sweet.
street.
Arcade?
I went and got a beer with Archaic.
He was like, his
one night.
nose is bigger. He must be the bodyguard.
That's the bite about
Oh,
the
fucking
I was like on a
Peck your
completely
fucking
separate
eyes out.
side note. I was standing behind FLO when he battled Lavos, and I was like, "Man, you motherfucker!" I was like, "Why did you should have told me you were gonna suck this bad, and then I wouldn't have fucking."
FLO?
Hey,
Oh.
whatever, man. Supernat
Oh,
was
yeah,
standing
I
behind
never-
cannabis.
I was like,
Oh yeah, that's
I was
wow,
standing. I was
yeah.
standing behind Mantix
fuck,
One
yo? I'm not even
when
getting
he
a
battled like someone that I
you're
never
like
heard of from
literally
Grind
on the
Time,
mic, though.
upstate New York.
That sounds way.
It was pretty intense.
It was pretty intense.
I was a part of that.
Yeah.
That's history.
So
That's history.
Soul and Pesci, damn dude, Soul and Pesci's a decent joint. Pesci fucking did his Pesci shit. He fucking forgot his shit, and it was a long silence.
That's like part of his shtick, though. He like gets paid to forget his bars. Like,
Yeah, I guess at this point, like.
Yeah, he's got a problem remembering. I think it's one of those things where it's clearly a pressure induced. You know what I mean? Because you don't do that shit over and over again. You're gonna if you do that shit once, you're like, I'm never doing this shit again. I'm gonna prepare. But then in the moment,
but
you
at the
just
same
get.
time,
Well,
Pesci,
no, honestly-
Pesci wasn't on it like I was on it, where I'm like I'm focusing on this, what I'm doing, I'm pacing around,
well,
trying to get my
battlers
shit together.
carry their pressure in different ways. Some of them, like some people, even if they don't smoke cigarettes or anything like that, they lose their voice because
Yeah,
they carry
yeah,
their
yeah.
tension in their
Yeah,
throat. You know?
yeah, yeah,
Other
yeah.
people carry it in their stomach. You know what I mean? So it's just like he obviously carries it in his memory.
In his brain, yeah.
in Daylight's ball sweat dripping off his chin.
But yo, let's keep it 10 thou wow funky right quick.
Yes.
Now, since Pesci's already been known for being the heel in the past, he could flip the script and kind of bring it back 360
And be the hero now.
and be like and really embrace it. Like you
Take
all
the
hate
underdog
me, well,
approach.
fuck all of y'all. You feel me? And just like be like, yeah, I got ball sweat in my face. Well, fuck you. You know
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, like I freestyled my
I didn't
way
even like
out
it
of
that
my,
much.
my fucked up shit. But I would call that a choke, and I did that shit once, and I would never want to do that shit again. I don't see how you would like
No,
ever.
I remember how vehemently against it you were before you choked.
And it
So I
was.
can
And
only
it's,
imagine
but
now.
look, I didn't stand there like a fucking dipshit and go, "What's my bars?
No,
do
that's
you know
exactly-
my bars? Do you know?"
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, I probably fucking should have took 30 seconds to try and remember my shit. But instead, I'm like, I'm not a bitch. I'm not gonna stand here and not rap. I'll come up with something.
Pesci's
You know
just
what I
gonna
mean?
snap and knock out Math Hoffa. He's just like gonna one-hitter quitter Hoffa.
And then just dispel all the
He's
bullshit.
gonna give him a mighty
That's what
Pesci
it would
kick.
take. That's what it would take.
And this is what everybody's fucking wondering, really. Pesci's battling Soul. Of course, you're fucking standing behind Pesci. How was your interaction with Soul? I mean, clearly you right off the bat were like, I'm not gonna fucking. You can't go to a foreign country and go knock him out.
Yeah, no, I said before I went, I'm grown as fuck. I don't got nothing to prove. You know what I mean? It's really like, just why fuck up the event for everyone? It's really,
It's not like
it
you're
really
gonna get
ain't
street cred for catching that fade. Like.
Nah, it really ain't nothing. And it's not like I really caught a fade to begin with. So it could be worse. And I approached him. I said, "We good?" He said, "We good." I said, "I just asked you that." I said, "Well, we cool." And it is what it is, you know what I mean? I was like about to go in on you tomorrow, like for sure, or today, because it was supposed to be today. But I was like, I'm gonna drop bars on you, just keep it straight. Feel how you feel, you know what I'm saying?
And he was like, "Yeah, bro."
Yeah. And
then
so respect the soul.
he didn't like try and fucking blindside you while you were talking shit about him in the battle. And
I said it. I stood in the ring for his battle, and he was right in the ring for my battle. I said what I had to say.
And
That's
Jefferson
kinda like-
Price,
I
does he
kinda
come
like-
to these things anymore?
No, yeah, he actually showed up in a trench coat with like a fucking AK-47, but he was accosted by security.
No, seriously, does he come to these things at all?
No, he died, bro. He's really
He's
dead.
done. It's over for Jefferson
It's-
Price.
Yeah, he's gone.
Witness relocation program.
Yeah,
And shit?
he's got like a different name, and he's like smoking like a corn cob.
He's gonna come back and
Pipe.
propose to his bitch that got put on in the battle.
Damn. Damn.
There were so many bars about the proposal.
Yeah, for sure, right? Well, that was like, fuck, that shit went very viral.
Oh yeah.
And Don't Flop has always been really good about fucking the Batman and Robins. And
Oh
the
yeah.
fucking-
No, it's pretty ingenious. That's like what, like as a YouTube company, that's a YouTube-based company, you're creating content for YouTube. You know, like
Fuck
kind of
yeah.
what you're supposed to do, right?
Well, it's not. I mean, we're giving credit to them, but it was fucking dude who decided to propose to his fucking girlfriend and shit. Like,
Yeah.
definition was the
But
one where
look
it was
at
like,
the
let me dress like
platform you
Batman and
got.
Panther, dress like. It's basically they're lucky that they have fucking creative battle rappers that are. And it's like a lot of these guys, like they might not be writing
I'll
songs
tell
or
you what's
whatever,
next,
but
dude.
they're also like I see Shuffle T doing like fucking skit comedy shit.
Their
you know what I
culture is
mean? So-
conducive to that type of, of getting being well received for that.
So
If we do that out here, you'll be like, yo, you're a fucking mark. Like, you feel me? Like, that ain't gonna fly. But that's why it's dope though.
But it's it's what's cool about
Shuffle
it.
and Marlo are next to blow for sure, bro.
It's like
There's no way.
Shuffle
like-
and Marlo could run train on any female family member I have, dog. Like, it's
Whoa.
good. It's good.
Whoa.
And I feel like they would
Holy
they will
shit.
accept that offer. Like,
Yeah, they get Eiffel Tower. Like,
wow.
I was most impressed by their attitudes in general outlook towards
Holy
everything
hell.
over
They're
the
just
weekend.
they're good dudes. Are
They're,
they? I want to like them. So
They're
are they,
both solid people.
They're very like.
no, I think it'd be even better if they were just like had huge egos. We're like
Total
They
assholes.
kind
to
of do.
everyone.
That's the best part. Is like
they
they're
need their
kinda
own
like,
dressing rooms and shit. Dude, those
That's
fools
tight.
are like, they're like such celebrities in my eyes. It's like fucking Hova, dog.
But it's
I
like
like
Hova and Ye.
I was fucking with. I was talking to him. I was like, it's tight. You're battling Marvin Quest. You know, like I was like when I started watching this shit. It's like I watched like Marvin Quest, and he's like, oh yeah, me too. Last week. I'm like,
all right.
I
yeah.
ain't got it on you, bro. I can't say shit to you.
Well, it's tight.
Don
It's-
DeMarco,
That's
apparently.
their own shit.
Real shit.
That's their own shit, man. Like they actually like where we at are like we have to be rappers, and it's weird like to the general public that we don't have music or that we don't rap like like that. Some of us like that people like Kid Twist exist, where you just are just a battle guy.
Yeah.
But there, it's like normal because it's more of a form of comedy, and it's more related to, or at least. Where like a Shuffle T and Marlo are concerned, or even like an O'Shea, it's more related to the humor that they see on TV on some comedy shit than it is to fucking rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Manipulation of the English language.
Hey, it's all quick wit. It's all comedic timing.
English.
Comedic timing is like a big thing in battling that people, you know, like if you can do it, it sets you apart from everybody else.
That's what separates the thesauruses, you know,
Yeah.
thesaurus from the random 2008 Florida rapper.
Or like clips from like
all
a
of
lot
Florida.
of the or Arsenal, even from like a lot of the other URL guys who are very just bar driven.
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
fact that those guys
Clips
have that.
has good comedic timing,
Totally,
bro.
he totally does. Arsenal totally does. DNA does at times. You know what I mean? Like
Clips is he like has people hanging on his every word. Like, you know what I mean?
he has it. He does simple bars, but nobody thinks they're simple. You know what I mean? It's not like, and that's the best thing to do when you can get your point across and you don't have to be all fucking abstract and shit. But then nobody is like, oh, this fool's, you know.
That was one of the first things Solomon had going for him was the
Totally,
fact that he was feeling himself. He was like, everything I say is so dope.
And then he started dancing with like a fucking jacket on and shorts on and shit. Fucking just.
Spring fever.
Oh man, people forgot about that, and then it just like made another round.
I
like,
never forgot
people
about
was
that.
like, repost Spring Fever, please. We need to see this.
Just put it
again.
back out
Then
there.
he got fat.
Yeah.
I guess fools thought that was gonna be a hot single. You know?
Don't do that.
When we were interviewing him, like I was like, I had some like Currency stuck in my head for some reason, and he was like, man, I fucking hate Currency. And I was like, hey, he's all right. And then I was thinking in the back of my head, I was like, you fucking Spring Fever, man.
You're hating on Currency?
You hate on Currency, man. Spring Fever. So
Currency has a Spring Fever remix called Spring Reefer. I don't know if you heard that.
Spring Reefer.
I believe that.
Yo,
and
so
I
check
probably
it out.
shits on that song by like a million times.
He's so good.
I keep it out of there.
Should I regulate on
Shut up.
buffoons?
No, it's fine. Fucking A. I mean,
I don't think it really makes
yeah,
too much of a difference.
People know we're live. Basically,
Got the West
myself,
doing a fool over
myself, Cadalack Ron, and Lush One are rocking tonight at Studio 8 out here in San Jose, California. So we got a lot of the homies here, and we'll talk about that a little more later. So,
Ongoing.
we talked about the
get back.
event.
We talked about Nameless, talked about Soul, Pesci. This is that's day one.
What do you think was the best battle of the whole event?
Wrong to say me.
I saw, man, a mile away. Son.
Wrong to say me.
We're
I think Shuffle and Marlo probably had the performance of the event.
Yeah.
They definitely just shut it down.
Did Marvin Quest do all right in that battle?
Marvin Quest.
No,
Man,
but they
like,
can't do bad,
You're
right?
never mad at it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they like Shuffle and Marlo were just on it.
They're
like,
good.
They're in everyone's top 5, but like together though as like a pair.
Yeah.
Like they take up one slot.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Marlo proposed to Shuffle T to be his best friend ever.
No way. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Should be on now.
He did like a best friend proposal.
That
And it
is
was
so
amazing.
funny.
Is it in there? Is it working?
Ron actually
Put it. Yeah, there you go, dude.
Cheer.
Ron actually had some stumbles in his battle, and
Which is rather uncharacteristic.
which is unlike him. You know
Did
what
that
I mean?
cost him the battle in a
I
way?
think so. Yeah. And
well, fuck, you can't win them all because Rome
Yeah.
really fucking wins them all.
Against
I guess it's because he
foreigners
wasn't.
especially.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I guess it's because he wasn't battling a fucking California MC because he seems to really do fucking well against us.
Yeah, Real Deal and Ogmeals was really good. Real Deal was on point.
Yeah.
Flips and all that shit.
Good, because Real Deal is like he's always good, but he's hit or miss in a way. Like because when he's on, he's really fucking on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And me and First was really good.
Cool.
I really didn't expect 13 to be as good as he was.
13.
But yeah, that was good. I think it's gonna do numbers.
So do you feel an air of discontent with King of the Dot when you're at Don't Flop events? Is there like a undercurrent of fuck those Canadian wankers?
No.
You think it's just more people online afterwards creating?
Yeah, I think it's just everyone's making out to be way more than it is.
Dude,
on
Canadians
all
get
ends.
super
There's,
nationalist. It's not like
Word.
no,
for sure.
It's not like
'Cause
everybody.
It's not like I can
everybody
sit here
does
and
it.
say every time I've gone to Canada, there's been a problem. I mean, the only problem I've ever had is customs, but King of the Dot themselves has treated me fucking great.
Yeah.
I get
You know what I
dumbass love from British fans on the daily. I get hit
Yeah,
up all the
yeah.
time by fools out there.
I mean,
so.
But if you were like, what, if you ask them to rep their league, it's going to be the English folks are going to rep Don't
you're
Flop,
gonna rep
and the
your own
Canadians
shit.
are
You're
going to
gonna
rep.
rep your shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
man.
much.
It's
And
that's
so
what
I understand. I got no problems with nobody on no business end right
Yeah.
now. So I'm grateful for that.
Oh
you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
totally. But I mean, it's not like Lush is imagining that they're like stirring up the fans
No,
into
this
a
is- this is
frenzy.
bad.
where
No,
they-
I'm not.
Like
I'm just
they're-
trying to. I'm
like
literally
they're
trying to
burning
clear
King of
the
the Dot
air.
shirts and shit like that.
I'm trying to clear the air because it's like somewhat of the consensus that you know what I mean. Like, there's like a lot of people are kind of creating this animosity by even saying that it exists. So I kind of want to like, if it's like that, let's address the elephant in the room, and if it's not, let's clear the air and let motherfuckers know what time it is. That we all just hungry ass battle motherfuckers trying to rise to the top, and sometimes that creates a crabs in the barrel mentality, which transitions to league owners as well. You know.
Well, when it comes down to it, and I mean, like, if we're gonna be really like simple about it, and we're gonna break it down for the fans, and this is like, I like the Dirtbag Dan show. Best thing we do here is we actually know what the fuck is going on. So the reality is that Travis and Rowan don't fucking like each other. They don't like each other.
Bottom
That
line.
doesn't mean that King of the Dot and Don't Flop don't like
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other. You know what I mean? That
I've
just means
heard-
that Travis and Rowan don't fucking like
Yeah,
each other.
I've heard both sides,
They don't.
and I see the points.
They
and
don't like each other. It's
really,
like, as people, some
it's
people just
nothing
don't.
any of us can do anything about except them.
Some people just don't mesh well. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it's like you get put into a situation where you're forced to work together and you're like, man, I really don't like working with this motherfucker.
I
You
still
know
stand
what I
by
mean?
my statement on the previous show that I'm one of the only people in the world that actually understands and can talk to him and would be able to liaison a squashing-esque conversation between.
Well, I think you should
Organic
do it,
and
man, because
At the end of the day, like, I don't, as long as this, look, still inviting and paying Canadians, not just King of the Dot, because you can call me a King of the Dot guy. You can call Caustic King of the Dot. At this point, that's who we predominantly battle for because that's what region we're in, right? That's the only way to classify. None of us are under fucking contract with anybody.
Yeah.
But he is still actually fucking paying Canadians. So, I
Well,
mean,
you think
how
about
could
it,
you be
too.
mad if you're
It's just
a
like with
King of the
anything,
Dot
though,
person
you know,
at
like
Earth?
there's no such thing as fucking bad publicity, and if people are talking about it and people
Hell
are going to
yeah.
come to the event to see some sort of drama
And
they think is
yeah.
going to jump off,
If you-
of course, dude, it's gonna
They
get
should
people
have the
through
nuts
door.
to do what King of the Dot and Grind Time never did, which was just put it on the line. Do a Don't Flop versus King of the Dot event. Fucking do it.
You know what
Why
we were
not?
saying,
Do two. Do one in Canada and one in the UK,
think-
and then fucking
what
let's
we're
go.
saying when we're there is that Organic and Earth should battle, and the winner should get the upload.
Oh, that's
Damn,
hilarious.
battle for the upload.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Wow.
That'd be
That's
crazy,
so
bro.
tight, and that's
Wow.
like, dude,
That'd be
honestly,
kinda
Like the winner
crazy.
of the battle gets it on Don't
wanna-
Flop or King
you
of
want
the
to
Dot.
capitalize on the fucking.
That's a rivalry.
That's
right
just
there.
coming out on Assault and Battling in 3 weeks.
Christian's editing it.
Grind time now.
Christian's doing the visual.
Grind time.
There's hella just like flames with the same color text, just like over the top of it.
This
Burning in the fire.
Fool got the Godsmack song in the background. Getting content ID'd.
Getting
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh shit. So
Okay.
all in all,
Papa Roach.
Caustic, thank you for being fucking at this thing.
Papa Roach.
I'm stoked that
Yeah,
fucking
I feel like
toured
there's
with
something
Eminem.
else that we haven't touched on though.
punching around the world.
Yeah.
So punching around the world.
This is the Russell Crowe of the battle rap
This is a
game.
new. This is a.
This is a new segment.
This is a new
Fighting
segment.
round the
This
world.
is the new segment on the Dirtbag Dan show.
When battle rap gets real.
Is punching around the world.
just got incredibly real.
It really
Felt
did.
it. I felt it.
Pesci versus Hoffa.
So check it out. So I'm on Twitter, and within fucking like an hour of each other, I hear Mickey Worthless punched Pesci in the face, and then I hear Hollow the Don and fucking John the Don had a fucking Don on
Well,
Don
all right,
brawl.
so what y'all don't know? What y'all don't know is
Dude, if
Mickey
Don
and
DeMarco
Hollow,
was fighting in that shit too,
What if Don
it was-
DeMarco was reffing it?
Oh my God!
Ref
the
by
Don on
Smack
Don.
and Don
Don
DeMarco?
on Don versus Don. Don versus Don versus Don.
What
and
if-
Ronald
at
McDonald.
Ronald McDonald.
Happening
and
at
Ronnie
dawn.
from Jersey Shore. and LeBron.
What if every time Don DeMarco landed a punch, it was like Don DeMarco?
Boot back, but he boot blocking shit.
Okay, so
all right.
So look,
Yeah.
let's start with Mickey Worthless and fucking and Lo Pesci, because holy shit, you were there. That's so awesome.
All right.
I love this shit.
Do you see what they do to me? Do you see the like? I'm in a position where
On blast.
How many
I cannot,
times? How many
I cannot
times?
lie about what I'm about to say.
How many
so
times
I
have we
to tell
talked
the
about-
truth.
Tell the truth right
so
now.
I have to tell the truth, and I always tell the truth.
How many
and
times have we talked about me and fucking Ilmac fucking scrapping?
However many times as
Need
you
I
want
remind
to,
you?
my
Yeah,
proud
whenever
little
you
Indian.
bring it up, none of us bring it up.
No,
ever.
no. I'm just
However
saying,
many
it's-
times you
I'm
feel
just saying,
like
if that shit happens in the
Dirtbag
world,
Dan of the
then we're
Dirtbag
gonna
Dan
talk that
show.
shit. We're gonna talk about that shit.
All right. I think everybody knows that if
None
you're
of that shit happens when I'm around.
that if you're kicking it with me, that shit is open market. Where
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't.
Me too,
Bullshit
dude.
about
We are
that.
journalists, bro. We will germ free your ass on
so
this
many-
show.
in the toaster.
There's so much integrity, bro. There's so much integrity to it. All right, this shit is working. Whatever I'm drinking. All
Dude,
right.
Hemo Rage and Moonshine.
All right, so
by the way.
let's keep it real. It's gonna happen, Pesci. I fuck with you as a person. I got nothing against you, but we gonna tell this story right
I
now.
want to hear the story.
All right.
Tell it.
So,
Awesome.
Disclaimer.
7 in the morning. Everybody's
7 a.m.
hammered.
It's the dawn on dawn at dawn.
It's the Don versus 2
Sean.
a.m. in the Don DeMarco. Everybody's fucked up. Some people made it longer than others. I don't know what happened for the hours leading up to this. I was out and
No
about.
girls for miles.
Yeah, there was none to be seen.
Well,
Just
dudes
nothing
in
but
a hot
a
hotel
bunch
room.
of drunk dudes in a hotel room.
Talking about their favorite bar from a battle from like
Been
6
up
years
all
ago.
night. All right.
Let's go to like an event and then watch battles for like 6 hours, and then if you want, we can go somewhere after that and talk about battles for a few more hours.
Yeah.
Like if you guys are down.
If you're into it.
So I wasn't there for a few hours. Went and found my own little kebab shop and chilled out. And when I come back, it's about 7 in the morning, and Mickey's passed out in Lo Pesci's bed in Pesci's hotel room, and Pesci's like,
Can we get an auto pause?
I know, right?
This shit just got incredibly real.
It's on GP.
All
It's
right.
on GP auto pause.
all right, yeah. So I don't gotta say nothing. I'm just telling a
Don't
fucking
do that.
story, man.
Okay,
I'm just
so
telling
young
a story.
Mickey's-
Go ahead.
young
Go
Mickey's
on.
passed out.
Go on.
Yeah, Mickey's passed out. It's obviously time that Pesci wants to go to
He
bed.
wants to go to bed now.
So I guess the logical solution was to pull the pillow out from under Mickey Worthless's head, who I might say was quite fucking hammered when I saw him last in the evening, and all over the place, and you know what I mean. So you're waking up a dude who's fucking fresh out of a drunken fucking slumber, you know what I'm saying? Like, and which obviously starts an argument. Pesci got into bed. Pesci got out of bed. They're both arguing, and they're
What were they
fucking-
wearing at this point?
At this point, they had no pants on. There's no pants going on.
Nobody had pants.
There's no pants.
Did you feel obligated to take your pants off? Just in the spirit of the moment?
Just
I
to
felt
fit in.
Just to be
obligated.
like,
Hey.
listen,
Peer
You guys are
pressure.
gonna watch
these
this.
pants are so tight just in case I have to break this fight
like,
up. I
man,
better
it's getting
take
hot
them
in
off.
here.
I'm getting pumped up. I'm about to take my pants off.
All right. So I felt obligated to leave the room at that point, but luckily there was footage of the whole thing,
All right.
which is tight. So basically, Pesci and Mickey are standing up, and Mickey's like, it comes to a point where everyone's staring at me right now.
This is intense.
We want to hear. We all want
Mickey's
to
like,
know.
you need to get in that bed
Whoa.
or have a fight.
Get down or lay down, homie.
Which,
I love the British way of saying that we're gonna fight. It's like you need
We're
to
gonna have
get
a
in that
get
bed
back
or
in the
have a
bed.
fight.
You want to have a fight
Why
with
did
me?
Mickey want him to get in the bed?
Why was he like? That's like on some lay down bitch shit or what?
it's,
Like,
I don't.
He was
he
like,
didn't
now you're gonna go to
appreciate-
sleep, homie.
Yeah.
you better get comfortable, player. I will tuck you
So-
in.
I'm gonna put you to sleep.
I'm a mountain man.
Well, basically,
I'm
go
gonna
to
fluff
bed.
your pillow,
or I'm
player.
gonna tuck you in. Right. That's basically what I understand.
Yeah, but he was doing it. He was saying,
In
"Get
British.
in the bed or have a fight."
Which ultimately became the fucking motto of the weekend.
Get in the bed
And,
or have a
uh,
fight.
have a
And Real
fight.
Deal
Attacking
actually,
the pillow snatchers.
actually said it word for word in his battle because we all
He
found
said,
it
"Get in
so
the bed or
funny.
have a
Yeah.
fight?"
Yeah, he told her to get in the bed. He said you got two options: get in the bed or have a fight.
Shit.
And we all found this particularly funny. Me, Marv, Quest, the Real Deal.
Oh
and
my God.
I don't think Real Deal understood how gay what he said was at the time.
Who?
Real Deal.
What, in the
'Cause
battle?
He just said the line because it's
Out of
funny,
context.
but really nobody else in the room
That's
knows.
that's the most
So
gangster
you
shit
just
ever.
told
though.
you're like, yo,
That's
Agmio,
awesome.
get in the bed.
Or
And he like involved Marvin Quest in it and made like Marvin Quest in it. Like,
and then was like,
so,
"Aw, man."
so it basically seemed like they were threatening.
America's about to run a train. on
Like
us.
they were
Threatening
threatening
gay sex on
Agmios
each
with
other.
gang rape. That's what it seemed from an outside perspective.
Oh my god.
I'm in the back of the room laughing by myself.
So, and fucking
Pesci
are squared up, and
Pesci and Mickey
Pesci
Worthless.
and Mickey Worthless.
Why do you
are
want
squared-
to be in this?
I don't
so
know.
bad?
I don't know. He wasn't even there, right? It was
No.
just Namels.
It's like 7 in the morning.
It was
you.
Pedro, Ron, me, Mickey, Pesci.
Okay.
Everybody's naked.
Mickey.
Everybody's
No
butt naked.
pants.
They're squared up.
Everybody's
They're
chubbed
squared
up.
up
It's a no
in
pants party.
boxers.
Ready to
And
go.
he gives him the option one more time.
He says.
He says,
get in the bed or have a
Get
fight.
in that fucking bed or have a fight. So at that point, they begin a roughly 10-second stare down of just magic.
Just
And,
like eyes locked.
And Mickey throws the most drunken buffoon punch I've ever seen in the world. And that's my boy. I love you, Mickey, but that was the worst punch I've ever
Hit
seen.
him with the Peter Gabriel sledgehammer.
Yeah. Sledgehammer.
Hit him with the Peter.
Rock the launches and shit.
I know. I feel worse talking about it on Pesci's standpoint than I do Mickey, because Mickey doesn't care. Mickey probably thinks it's funny as fuck.
Mickey
But
probably does not have any recollection of this. I would
yeah,
assume,
I mean, I know he apologized for it on Twitter. I know he didn't feel good
Awesome.
about it, but ultimately he can laugh at
Quit
himself.
apologizing.
So what
You're such a scumbag, Mickey Worthless.
Oh,
I would like you
sorry.
more if you didn't apologize for all the shit.
Yeah,
things
just
If he
don't
made a
apologize.
video.
Then he'd be daylight.
Yeah,
then
just
he would
don't
just
apologize.
be daylight.
Yeah,
Own
just
up
be
to
British
all
daylight.
the shitty things you do. You're always involved in shit.
But yeah, it was apparent that one person wanted this fight to happen more than the other person did. So one person commits to reason, and the other person does not.
Mickey was not committing
Mickey
to
was
reason.
not committing to reason.
So he just started swinging wildly
Swinging,
on.
doing wild, crazy. I just woke up from a drunken stupor, fucking punches.
Sweet.
That's what you get
Pesci's
for
like,
putting
"What are
yourself
you
in that
doing?"
position.
and like backs away from him, and Nameless breaks up the fight, which eventually starts again in like a wrestling match. At which point, Pesci was actually put back in the bed. And
He
then,
was tucked in.
and then mounted, and then
Pants
and
was
then
mounts.
and then yeah, mounted.
You should clarify that there's no penetration involved, right?
Cadalack
Yeah,
Ron.
we should-
These
we
guys
should
are in their boxers,
disclaimer.
mounting each other.
I mean,
It was
Ron-
only
There's
softcore.
some contact.
Yeah, there's
It was
no
like Skinamax.
it was
no
like the
penetration,
most
just
expensive
petting.
prison ever. It was like
There's for sure some swords were crossed.
Yeah.
There's no way
I
around
think their
that.
tips touched.
oh my
yeah.
god, that's fucking
they docked a
terrible.
little bit, like they were docking.
Oh my god, that's so.
So
and
yeah,
then,
and Pesci got touched up a little bit, and I mean he wasn't damaged from it. I'm not gonna say he was all fucked up.
so
He
Mickey
wasn't.
was throwing some
Said-
fucking,
eating, you know.
some soft hands on him.
Yeah,
he was
Mickey-
putting
Mickey-
some soft hands on the
Mickey
boy.
threw some drunk, don't wake me up shit at him.
Some
and,
don't wake me up punches, and
yeah.
Pesci's little chubby body absorbed it all pretty
Yeah,
well.
he
ended up
just
at-
like
who ended- who
Majin
stayed
Boo'd
in
the
the bed?
situation.
Who
hell
stayed-
that
When
stuff.
it was all
Did they
said and done,
did they
who was in the
spoon
bed?
afterwards?
No, Mickey left with his boy after the
How
fact.
how many soft punches do you think were landed?
Like 6. to
Yeah,
6.
seven?
That's a good amount.
He said like
6 or 7. There was definitely a point where Pesci was not.
Smokey, you want some
Mickey's in Mickey's swerved mind at the moment, he's probably thinking like, man, this fool's been done so dirty this year. I don't even give a fuck. I'm just gonna fire on cause like.
He's like, I was just trying to get this pubic
I don't
hair
think
off of his face. There was just a pubic hair on his cheek. I was
don't
trying
think-
to dust it off for
I don't
him.
think Mickey had any like rational thought.
Nah, but you
behind
know,
it.
like
What was
when you're
happening.
dummy, when you're blacking out, there's still like that deep somewhere.
It's sort of like
subconscious voice.
that thing that tells you fuck this fool.
Right.
Whatever's in your mind, this is like, yo, fuck this
It's
dude.
either like, oh, I shouldn't have fucked him up. That's a homie, or what? Blah. It's
No, I've
That's what
definitely,
blackout drunk does to you.
I think I've
It gives
definitely
you that
fought
fuck this
friends
fool.
at least once being woke up just completely drunk and
I've
just
seen
like,
it.
no, I'm not fucking.
This
Have you ever woken a tweaker up?
No.
Yo,
Only
He
Franco.
gets so freaked out. Like,
Are we not gonna tell the Franco's blanket story right now?
oh yeah, we can get it. Yeah.
Franco's blanket,
Oh
dude.
man, legendary fresh coat. We can't have a year and a wrap up
Oh,
without
yeah.
discussing Franco's
Blanket
blankets.
is gonna happen.
Franco's blanket. Yeah, no, fuck it. Yeah, let's
tonight.
let's talk about Franco's blanket, dude. We're not, dude.
Damn.
No holds barred. This is the year-end special. No fucking.
Yes. All
no
right.
rhyme,
so,
no reason.
So Pesci choked his battle. Pesci took an L.
Was that before or after
in a
the
terrible
sex?
fight? It was actually during, I think.
He got slapped around, and then like the whole weekend, he was like, "Yo, I don't even have marks on my face from when I got punched
hurt.
6
Yo.
times."
Didn't
even hurt.
He's like, I'm undamaged.
Hey, you remember when I got punched all those times?
What's fucked up
Literally.
is because bar for bar, Pesci's a better technical rapper than like 98% of these dudes, and that's why
Yeah,
it
so
sucks. that
just,
it's-
it sucks because you
Rap
know,
is subjective.
I
Is
think what-
subjective.
And
so you can
Pesci's
say
the
someone
homie.
who's shitty is tight, and you can say someone who's tight is shitty. The only thing that matters is that you actually deliver. Because if you actually deliver, then
Right.
people can be subjective.
Dude,
but if
like
you
if
don't deliver, then you actually suck.
that
You
whole
have to.
that whole situation would have been so much.
I'm just saying. Does that make
less
sense?
bad.
No, I do.
If Pesci got through his battle and really like had like a great performance, I don't think anybody gives a shit.
Yeah.
That's
Listen,
the
man.
crazy part. Like,
Listen, man. Battle rap is such fuckboy driven culture.
Yes.
There's so many suckers. It's like a magnet for busters. You know what I mean? So like when it's very rare when an individual stands out as a stand-up human being. You know, amongst this round table, I see many of us. You know what I mean? But it's like that's why we found each other. But the average person in this whole sphere is a fucking piece of shit. Pesci's not one of the pieces of shit.
Yeah, I get along with
He's
dude
one of
in
the good
person.
ones. When
Do you?
I was
Yeah.
in Montreal.
I do. I get along with
for
dude in
Montreal Jazz Fest, performing for like 800,000 people, and this fool like held me and the homies down, and like he was showing love. We went to his crib. He had hell of his partners. He ain't no like punk out there in the streets of Montreal. That's why like
in those streets.
I've
Those
said
them
those
streets.
mean French streets.
I've
them
said
streets.
wild
French
shit
Canadian
to
streets.
Pesci
Montreal's
before.
a fucking awesome city, by the way.
I've said wild shit to Pesci before, but not like never drunk. Like I was completely sober. Like
Well,
you're
not
fucking.
drunk, but
you're
I mean, you
shit
pretty much made it a point to be very clear about not liking Pesci.
No,
for
I
most
think
of this
people see.
show.
I think people get the wrong idea about me all the time when it comes to how I treat certain individuals.
Yeah.
Pesci being one, probably the most confused, because I like Pesci. I get along with Pesci. He's he's
He
someone.
seems to think the opposite.
Well, you know what? It's because I'm not. Honestly, I'm someone who will call you on your shit 100% of the time.
Daniel
He's constantly doing
Martinez
shit.
and Dirtbag Dan on the show are like, I mean, the same guy, but there's
No,
different
no.
levels.
I'm
of
Enduring character.
I have to be an amped up version of myself,
Right.
When I'm sitting here or when I'm
That's what people
doing a
don't
battle.
understand. It's not like we're being fake, but there's different. You could turn it up a notch or turn it down. Put a 10 on a 2.
Turn
or
down for
With
what?
Pesci, I get along with him in conversation. I get along with him when I see him. Like we can burn one, all good. But then he does dumb shit, or he does shit that I perceive to be dumb, and I tell him. And so I'm a dick because I tell him, like, I think the first thing that ever happened between me and him was he choked against Real Deal. And I was, like, really offended about how it went down. Like, he was quiet for 5 minutes. No one was saying shit. He turned around to fucking, what's his name, Osna, and was like, what's my bar? Like, he was, like, mad at Osna that Osna didn't know, like, what his shit. I was like, that is the most, like,
Yo,
sucker shit
why are
in
you
the world.
adding an extra Ed in his name, dog?
Oh, what? Osa.
Osuna?
No.
Osna.
Dude, I love Osuna.
No, I
bro.
battled. There is a Osna.
Osama.
I battled a Filipino,
Osana?
a Hawaiian kid named Osna on the island, and
Poppin' ass rapper. In
and
the game.
Osa is Pesci's buddy. Yeah, it's easy to confuse. There's only one fucking letter difference. But Osa, I'm sorry,
Nice,
he's
Smoke.
looking
Fucking
at
with
that
you.
dude like where you don't know my shit. And the only reason I was like offended by the situation is that he was like, and I wasn't even like offended. He just walked up to me and he was like, it's all good. And I was like, nah, it's not fucking cool. You just fucking choked. I'm like, this dude flew all the way out here and then you fucking act like an asshole like that. Like, that's fucked up. You
We
know
were
what I
getting
mean?
indignant about that shit.
Don't look at me like I did the same thing to Clips. I fucking did not
Didn't
do
say
that.
you did.
I didn't turn around
Wow.
and look at you like,
Whoa.
Oh, hold on.
I see, I see.
Preemptive strike.
I
Whoa.
see
Defense
that. I
mechanism.
see that
Whoa.
fucking
Is
look in your
screaming
eye.
at him.
Whoa.
I see that look in your
Whoa.
eye.
Hey.
You
Hey,
look like my
buddy.
mother for a second.
Listen, bro, I battled Cortez. You can't tell me shit, bro.
Hey, you talked about his dick for fucking
I'm talking about his. I talked about his penis, bro.
Back in Battle of LA too, Caustic told some bottom tier that his dick looked like a severed finger. So I mean,
Whoa.
this is nothing new.
The
This is
things
nothing
that
new
the things
for
that Lush
Caustic.
remembers.
I reserve the right to talk about everyone's
No, 'cause
dick.
Whatever,
I was like, we don't like them dick jokes. Caustic's like, I
The
thought that
point
shit was
being,
funny.
like, people see me. And my problem with Pesci was never that. In those situations with his choking
He
shit
snatched your
was
pillow,
not,
dog. He just had to snatch your pillow.
not that he choked. He didn't take my
Fresco's
pillow.
blanket and Pesci's pillow.
He didn't tell me to get in the bed. Oh, I know.
Damn.
Make your
Pesci's-
bed with
Joe
that
Pesci's
shit.
Pillow. Make your bed.
Oh, make your bed, dude.
That's a bed set. It comes with a fucking throw and
It
everything.
comes with
a
Franco's
fucking.
Yeah, I would like all those
Dirtbag
things put
Dan
in the
Ilmac
fucking
throw.
the Battle Rap Hall of Fame immediately.
No, you got your Ilmac Jemmies on. Your immaculate dun-dun-duns.
Yo, so, oh my God. The point of the
Save
situation,
those
the
left,
point of the
it's too
situation
much.
I was saying was with
I
Pesci
gotta
is,
stop.
like I said, I like Pesci. I get along with Pesci. My only problem with him in the choking situation is that he's unapologetic about it. He does it and then he acts like, fuck you, who cares? You know what I mean?
If
And
he
it's
gets
like,
paid them racks.
yeah, well, it's like your fans care, the people who paid you to battle care, and the people who showed up to battle you care. If he was the type of dude that
But that affects his
took
bottom
responsibility for it the one time he did choke and then fucking came through and was solid every single fucking time after that, I wouldn't be able to say shit about him. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to say shit about him, period, if he didn't, like, get ball sweat wiped in his face or didn't, like, choke in battles profusely or now didn't, like, get mounted in fucking boxers by Mickey Worthless and told to have a fight or get in the fucking
Get in the bed or have a fight.
You know? So
See, there's dicks involved, bro. This shit needs to be discussed.
okay.
CDI. There's dicks involved.
This whole shit is one big ass dick measuring contest, anyway. So what the fuck y'all got a problem with? Really, man up.
So, punching around the world. The only reason there's punching around the world is because it was the dawn-on-dawn violence.
Yes.
And all we really seen from the dawn-on-dawn violence was a picture. Yeah. All we seen is a
Sorry,
picture of
I thought you needed
a glass broken.
Yeah.
And I guess what happened was
Who
is
won
that,
that fight?
well, this is what Hollow said. All you really heard was from Hollow.
No,
But Hollow
John
was
John
very,
actually released a response as well.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't and
So what are the two sides of the story?
okay,
here?
so I'm gonna say Hollow's and then you say John John's. All right.
Yeah, I haven't watched John John's video, but I know pretty well.
Okay, cool.
what
Because
his
I
perspective is.
watched
Go
the
ahead,
Hollow
go
one
ahead,
and
go
it's
ahead,
pretty
go ahead.
simple what Hollow said.
All right.
Hollow said, much like the Me and Disaster situation, honestly, it's like identical minus Pumpkinhead to jump in the middle, really. Like, John John said some wild shit to Hollow on Twitter, and Hollow was like, well, I'm going to fucking see you in person, so we'll see if you want to say the same shit when I see you in person. And he walked up to fucking John John and was like, what's up, motherfucker? He didn't sucker punch him. He said, what's up, motherfucker? And he said he looked at John John and he was like, okay. And then he fucking swung on him. You know what I mean? Like, and then John John grabbed him. They were in a little tussle. There was some uppercut throwage or whatever. And then they was thrown against a fucking, I guess other people were involved.
Who
in the
got
scuffle.
thrown? Who got thrown?
I don't know. It didn't really say who got thrown. Someone got pushed against the fucking glass. I would assume it was Hollow that got pushed
first
against
of all,
the glass.
this fool John John's like 6'5".
He's big.
Dude,
He's
I gotta
a big-
say,
he's a big dude.
going into a Resurgence, I did not know how big John
He's
John
huge, right?
was.
Yeah, I didn't know either. When we
And when I
watched
saw
that,
John
motherfucker's
John, I was
tall.
like, damn, I was like, I'm about to call this full of mully to his face right now.
All these
I
dudes,
don't know
honestly.
how I feel about this shit.
Apparently, dude was a basketball star in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
what I say to these dudes, what I say to Pat Stay, I was like, honestly, Pat, to me, I partly think you're just a big pussy because why would you be battle rapping if you're built like that? Like, if I was built like you, I would be fighting people every day of my life, or I would be like cutting, like doing like strongman
You'd work
competitions.
on a
You would be able
You
to
work
do
on
it.
a lumber yard?
Why are you like fantasizing
Why?
about past day cutting wood?
I know. What's going on here?
What's happening?
Nah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying, though? But
no, sometimes dudes, I got partners that are dumbass big that look scary as fuck, faces tatted up and all that shit. But I've never even had to catch a fade because they're so scary.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
nah.
No, but I mean, like, I always wonder, like, why are you this, like, big or like athletic in that like why don't you play basketball? Why aren't you playing sports? Why are you here fucking doing battle rap with a bunch of nerds?
We don't know. we don't know about the physical rigorousness of Pat Stay's schedule.
They're still just like fighting bears on the
He's
reg.
putting Sharon to bed all the time.
Oh, he's constantly cradling him and putting him in bed. He's like, take Pesci's pillow. You put on Franco's fucking blanket.
Go to bed, Sharon.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
Go to bed,
Or
right.
have
I'm
a
not gonna
fight.
tell you again. Go to bed.
Go to bed or
We're gonna have a fight.
You're
It
gonna
might
go to
be
bed, we're gonna have a
Pesci's
fight.
pillow.
Not
might be
what-
Franco's blanket, but it's Patty's comforter.
It's Patty's duvet.
Yeah. Patty's bidet.
Oh, okay. So, Don on Don violence. Basically, what Hollow said is that he punched him, and then there was a little bit of a tussle. There was other people punching involved. It got broken up real
Goods
fast.
jumped
No one
in.
really got. I didn't know Goods was involved. No one really got hit. Like there was no damage done to anything but like a glass, fucking wall in the fucking club or whatever. Yeah, it was at the battle.
It was at the, I believe the face-off.
Oh, for the UW event.
Face-off.
Yeah, the event where they were gonna face off and do like the press
So
conference.
Hollow
and
and
that
Lux
stuff.
was there, and
Yeah.
all the dudes on that card. They had a lot of media there. It was actually kind of, and I think that what was the biggest concern for Hollow afterwards was more and John as well. They both have a lot of respect for battling, and they know that this is a vehicle that's bringing all of us to a higher place, and that kind of is not the best look for battling if fools are like. But then again, it goes either way. It depends on how, it don't bother me personally. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
at the end of the day, I don't know if John apologized because I didn't hear his end, but Hollow said he's sorry.
Right.
He shouldn't have done that shit. He won't do that shit at the Lux event. He's not gonna come with goons. He said, "I'm not a gangster. I'm fucking here to rap. This is rap shit. I'm here to do a job. I'm gonna do that shit. Like this is, this was some man-to-man shit. I felt disrespected. I did what I did.
It
He
is
said-
what it is. I don't
and
think
he said
anybody's
it-
tripping on it.
He said he apologized. He was like, I should. He's like, I apologize to the UW people. I don't think he
on
didn't
some
say I
Indigo
apologize to
shit,
John
you really
shit.
know what's going on though. This is actually just part of Loaded Lux's voodoo that he's put.
Wow.
Because
the
remember,
fuck outta here.
like right before Summer Madness 2, what happened to Calico?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah.
The whole dog
Yeah,
controversy.
yeah. The whole dog.
there's, like,
it was
yeah.
bad. Like that was like
This fool was like on media takeout for like
ESPN
abusing
and shit.
animals. He
Yeah,
had like
yeah, yeah.
PETA activists like going to like proving grounds events and shit. Like dog. Like no, it was ugly. And this is like now right before this, there's like controversy. I feel like Lux is putting out that mojo, man.
yeah. He's got some weird shit going on. But basically, what did John say about the Don on Don violence?
I mean, I haven't watched his video yet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he did release a response apparently today, I believe. But all of his Twitter things were like, "I put hands on you, I fucked you
Yeah,
up."
yeah,
blah,
yeah.
blah,
That's
blah.
what he was
Like,
saying. Yeah.
And apparently, what happened with Goods was that he had tried to. He didn't know who it was, but he saw someone get in on Hollow, so
Yeah.
he ran and like just swung because he's a loyal homie.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that it was John that guy.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, so no, I don't think there's any animosity there. But
No,
it's
yeah,
kinda-
and Daylight said in like the quick interview, he's like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I seen him was like, oh shit, somebody's punching Hollow, and he started to run up, and then he was like, oh shit, that's John, and then he just stepped back and watched it. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey.
That's tight.
yeah, at the end of the day, like if there was no like real damage done to any, but like no one got. It wasn't like fuck, dude. Like when Sirius got hit, Math hit him, bro. He got leaned. Like it was like the kind of hit where I'm watching a UFC fight and I go, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like that. He was, you know, like that was. It wasn't like that. Nobody caught a fade. Like Hollow did the video like that evening and had no kind of anything on his face, and he was just saying that shit's corny of John to be like, oh, we fucking,
that's that heat of the moment shit. That was like me as soon as I fucking slapped E-Spiv. I was on Twitter in 10 minutes like, yeah, I slapped that fat little bitch.
You're such a fucking.
Yeah, you were so excited about that shit.
Yeah.
man.
I was like,
And then
I'm
people
in
were
East
rapping
Los,
about it, like-
around the corner from the youth center, slapping this fat kid.
And the next like 14 battles that day, fucking everybody was like, "Eastbiv got slapped." Homie.
No, the funniest was like the
Alpha.
battle right afterwards was he
Alpha
was
versus
battling.
Eastbiv.
Yeah, Alpha was battling Eastbiv, and like there's like random homies of mine were in the building. Like my homie Free Joneser, who's locked up right now from the Fives. This fool was like it got all quiet. This fool like Alpha was choking, and then in the background you could hear Joneser be like, "Hey, talk about how he just got slapped."
So, Punches around the world. Punches around the world.
Punches around the world.
That shit all happened the same day.
A lot of aggression.
Yeah.
In
Wow.
the world.
And
Probably
battle
right
rap.
around the same time.
So this is my question.
Weirdly enough.
I always get asked. I don't know if about you guys, but when you talk to people who don't know shit about battle rap, do they always ask you? Like either the first or the second or the third question is, what is there fights all the time, or why didn't you guys fight all the time? Like
frequently asked question.
It's what the thing with the URL shit is that
Back.
like those dudes that are for the most part, that's all they rap about. You know what I mean? There isn't any other element. I mean, that's the same thing for me. I rap about fucking beating the shit out of people all the time, for sure.
Or on the KOTD side of the spectrum, it's more like, let me like go into great detail
Well,
about
see-
horrible things that have happened
No,
to you
and
in your
that's-
life,
and that's what
why
I was-
you're an inadequate human being.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I was going to say, I'm less likely to get mad about you saying you're going to hurt me or shoot me or kill me than I am about you
And
bringing
then
up
that
some like
second abortion
personal
that your
ass
girlfriend
shit. You
got?
know what I'm saying? Like, I'm surprised.
that shit wasn't even yours.
I'm surprised if there was going to be fights in more battles. I'm surprised it's not in the funny end of the spectrum where motherfuckers are constantly crossing the line. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really where you want to see
Fuck
some
the
shit.
line.
Rory, walk in and make sure that we're fucking recording and shit.
Rory.
It's like
Yeah,
the lights
everything
on.
should be good.
The lights on. He's like, all right, bro, you guys weren't recording
Lens cap
this
on.
whole time.
I wanna let everyone know though that we're working with some jacked up mics still.
No,
so
I know.
There's
I know.
gonna be some pops this episode.
Yeah,
Just
so-
get fixed
hey,
out,
so
shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
complain about
Yeah.
it. Complain about it. Cry about it.
Write a letter.
You will. You'll write a lot
This
of
would
Right,
never
right,
happen
right.
on Battle Rap Arena.
this. Yes, it would, and it will.
It's going to.
does.
It just
It
did.
will. It does all the. Every time Disaster's on there, all you hear is.
Wow, that was really accurate. That was really good.
Damn.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. You should have known that was gonna happen right after that. So, again, punching around the world. I think, honestly, at the end of the day, it's like, it's not good for anyone, and that's why everyone's always apologetic about it when it happens, and that's why it happens so, seldom. Is because at the end of the day, if I fucking get in a fight. Anytime I get flown out somewhere, I don't expect them to fly me back. You know what I'm saying? Or invite me back to that league or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, if I go to Toronto and do these post-battle interviews at Blackout and I fucking, like, just start fighting with everybody, it's not going to – they're never going to have me do that shit
This
again.
fool just fires on cheddar cheese.
Dives at him.
you the god, homie. Yeah, you the god, right?
That's that hemo rage. That's that moonshine and hemo rage combination.
Yeah.
Emo shine.
So, yeah.
So once upon a time, Franco was sleeping.
Yeah, Franco's blanket.
Franco's blanket. Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Tell the
Franco's
story.
blanket.
I want to hear this.
Please proceed.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
No,
Franco's
I
blanket.
ain't telling this story because I don't tell it near as good as Les
Lush.
does.
What's that?
Franco's blanket.
Oh, man. This fool. Okay.
It's
Hey, first of all, though, like, you need to explain what happened to Franco. Like, have you guys talked about that on the show at all? Like,
Yeah, Franco
Have
lost
we-
his
have we
mind.
talked
how
about
he's
the-
been
I
totally
talked about how
degenerated into,
Maybe we
like,
should
sense of the
update
badness.
this generation of battle rap fans on who Franco is. That's
Right.
fucking insane of a thing to say.
Quest has some
Is
good
that is.
stories
I
about
say
Franco.
so. Like I think
Oh,
like
from that one.
Franco
yeah.
was he was big in the freestyle era. He was a guy who really would he was someone. if
Franco
he ran it
influenced the fuck out of everybody
Wasn't he,
on the
like,
Fresh Coast.
him versus
period.
No Can was the semifinals in,
Yep.
or that was the final in 2007 Scribble Jam, right?
Yep. But even way before, like since like
he was the
03,
first Cadalack Ron. He was the first unapologetic battler on drugs.
Nice.
he
What,
really was.
what was
right?
the name of his
He was the
his
first guy
group?
to be like,
His
yeah,
little
I'm
rap group
fucking
that he
high
had?
right now.
Dirty Rat.
So
Yeah.
what?
And his boy like changed costumes.
Oh,
like
bro,
40
he would
times
like
during each set.
put on
man,
like
those guys are crazy.
ninja
Yeah,
costumes and wigs. But
Franco.
okay, so Franco, really good freestyle guy. Just to wrap it up real fast.
A strange like dwarf of a impish character from Humboldt County.
Always really weird, and he like slowly degenerated. And the last time I seen him, I think was at Alcatraz, and he asked to borrow like $10,000 from me or something
Yo.
like that.
Yeah,
And
I
I was
told
like,
that
no.
story
Now,
about
this fool
Like, no,
Franco
you're
hits.
fucking out of your
This
mind.
fool Franco like randomly. I get a call from Franco like the day before the event. He didn't even know it was going on. He's like out in the sticks in Humboldt, like doing whatever the fuck he's doing, like in his weird northern life. You know what I mean? In the cuts, this fool goes, he's all like, yo, Lush, like, what's going on? He's like, I need to get out of town. Like, these fools are trying to stab me. It's all bad. I'm like, he's like, that's this like gnarly ass story. And I was like, yeah, yeah. Why don't you come down and come kick it for the battles. It'll be good to be. I figured it'd be good for him to be around the Fresh Coast environment. This is an environment where he's revered, and he'll see a bunch of his old homies, and maybe snap out of this weird cycle that he's been perpetuating.
Maybe
And,
get $10,000 to pay back the people that are gonna stab him.
So this fool shows up. So this fool shows up at the event, and then it's just a bad look for him instantly. Like I think all of the modern technology of the first world is quite overwhelming to him. Running water and Wi-Fi, and he didn't know fools was on Facebook. He was still on Friendster. And
Was he sober or was he like on acid, or is that just how he is all the time?
that's a great question. I think
It was like hard to decipher.
That's a great question.
It's like psychedelic induced schizophrenia would be my guess. Like he's taken too many to the head.
It's a permanent thing at this point.
Blotto thoughts.
Yeah.
So this dude
Oh my
basically.
God.
I had been trying to convince him to give me a ride to San Jose to pick up the Hemo Rage,
Oh yeah,
and like he was like,
we went on that
He was
mission that
contemplating
night.
he was
it.
afraid to say no, and I was like punking him into it, and then Cena was like, "Come on, he's crazy. Like you can't talk to him like that, Like, and I was like,
Like,
"Yo,"
come on.
I was
Come
like,
on,
I'm gonna
Franco.
punch this dude in the face. He was saying some inappropriate shit about like women or something, like young girls or something.
Ron
dog.
just got hella chivalrous.
Yo, I'm serious. I was like, yo, I'm gonna lay this fucking J Cat out. bro.
It's Franco.
That night there was that other J Cat asleep in your room. There was like some.
Oh,
Yo, pause, by the way.
oh,
Okay,
dude.
yeah, I'm just
Nah,
saying.
that was
He
amazing.
was already getting turned, dude.
that was a
That
fucking
was the
weird
photographer.
night. Hey, that was a
That guy-
fucking weird
that
night.
fucking guy, man.
Ajax's weed brownies did the most.
That
Oh,
guy was like
shit.
hallucinating Jesus.
That
So
dude got like
basically-
naked and fucking gave like speeches.
So,
He
after
gave
the
me his
event,
wallet.
So long story short, we could go into this shit was
Or I
basically
just took
like
it.
the Project X of battle rap right here. So Alcatraz after party was like Project X of battle rap. Caddy was like raising knocks out the back room. And shit. Regardless, it was like 4 in the
Or I
morning.
just took it.
Fools are ready to go to bed. Or Franco's ready to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? He goes and he comes in and he's like really upset and he's like, Lush, man, like Aspect stole my blanket. Like I can't I can't go to sleep, man. He took my blanket. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, was it yours? He's like, yeah, I brought it from home. Like, he brought his own. So he goes to like get. He's like, well, just go ask him for him back. I'm sure he probably didn't know. So I guess what had happened was like Aspect was like drunk as fuck and ready to pass out. He goes and just picks up a blanket he sees laying there, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go lay down. Franco comes up to him like, that's my blanket. Like, and Aspect's like like half asleep, kind of Mickey worthless to him. He's like, what the fuck, dog? This is my shit, homie.
He's like, go to bed, Franco.
Right.
He's like,
Lay down or
like,
have a
Or we're gonna
fight.
You got two
have
options.
Have a fight.
lay down or have a fight.
Yeah.
You guys sound so Australian when you do that.
But yeah, so this fool was
My
like,
accents are terrible.
I don't know which part of England is Australia. Is that northern or southern UK? But
It's extremely southern.
yeah. So this fool goes, so then I'm like, no, just ask him again, dude. Like, so Franco like a willow, like a timid willow creeps into the room, and he's like Aspect, and then Aspect like is laying in bed, and he kind of just like what, and like kind of just leans up in bed, like trying to get his bearings, and that like terrifies Franco. Franco like leaps 10 feet backwards, like he's like, that's my blanket. And Aspect's like, oh, I brought it from home, and he's like, oh, okay. So Aspect like goes to give him his blanket back, and then Franco like creeps over and like a wooded creature like coming out and like a deer getting fed, like walks up, snatches the blanket and sprints. He's like out the room.
No.
So that Franco's blanket became the name of a
super hot chat line that your bitch was all up
of
in.
a thread that
Oh my God.
it was like a group message on Facebook for everyone.
It
That
was like all of
involved,
KOTD and your bitch.
and it was pretty ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure your bitch was there.
I
though.
was going
Yeah.
ham in it.
I did not see that shit.
I said it in such a ridiculous way.
Yeah, I was like,
I said,
I'm
"Look
just
at-
sitting there trying to be diplomatic.
bro.
Like,
I said at one point I was like, look at the clothes they wear, bro. They listen to Vinny Paz.
Oh my god!
And then Lush adds organic to the fucking message. And I'm
Because
like,
I go to the
bro, you invited these motherfuckers.
I go to the KOCD chat and I'm like, yo, man, these motherfuckers is dumbass greasy up in there. Your boy Dan doing the
I was
most.
like, yo, this fool's wear fucking Jinkos still.
And they're not. He's wearing Jinkos and they're not even raving.
And they're not even raving. That's what I said. He's wearing Jinkos and they're not even
Or
raving.
like triple
Because you
five
have to
soul
understand,
and
like,
shit.
yo, we like really like. It's amazing how much like how fucking huge my nuts are now. How my nuts just hang over the table. Because at the beginning of the year, we had to fucking claim our sack back. You feel me?
It's so funny because I always think Lush is gonna say something like that isn't just insane, and then it's always like a gaping vagina. He's like, my testicles on the table.
The gaping Asian asshole.
Oh, that was spectacular. So look, we're gonna
AKA the young void.
we're gonna fucking we're gonna cut to our fucking British correspondents and see what they think about this year in battle rap. And then
I hope to God they mention this fight.
we'll be right
And
back.
we ain't gonna fucking talk about it when we come back.
We'll be
either.
right back. We'll be right back.
We're not gonna discuss
and
it.
we're gonna
So
fucking
deal with it.
We're gonna wrap up this year-end special.
Everyone in the Dirtbag Dan show. We're just in the Christmas studio right now. I'm Definition. I'm here with my friend Pamphlet.
Hi everybody. Hi Dirtbag.
Hi, and I'm here with my other friend Tiger Ty. He is a tiger who has a tie. That is the joke. We also have decided to pick the best 10 moments of the year that was, 2013.
How are we going to present those?
We're going to present them in a Christmas festive special advent calendar.
Calendar!
Ho, ho, ho.
Face jokes again.
Tell me what my favourite 10 moments was, number 10.
Number 10. I'm going to peel back the hard skin that surrounds the precious insides of the first window. The first window is Toucan being a homosexual.
Whoa! There's a battle rapper this year who came out as gay, where he said he'd done gay things. Shotty said he's quitting because of it, and I don't fucking blame him. There's nothing worse than one of them people that takes it up the wrong end. I'm sick of all these straight people who have gay children. I'm sick of them.
Gay children? It's the parents we should be worrying about.
If anyone ever called me gay, I'd fucking kill them. I'm not gay.
But your boyfriend is.
And I'm just sick of people with their limp wrists.
The wrist should be hard, erect almost. Don't flop. Wrist.
Has Toucan being gay changed anything? Are people less homophobic? Do people
I wouldn't be surprised if people were more homophobic due to the aggressive nature that battle rap. Do you mind not playing around with my massive pussy?
I love playing with your massive pussy.
Well,
Let me stroke your
I'm
pussy.
sick of it, to be honest with you, Definition.
I'm sick of gay people.
I'm sick of gay people.
When I found out Toucan was gay, I honestly didn't care. I got the text saying, oh, Toucan's the gay battle, and I said, I don't really care.
It was revealed on Twitter that Mickey Worthless was aware that one of the battle rappers, Twitter and Mickey Worthless, they go together like scones and clotted cream, that one of the battle rappers that was performing on Don't Flop at the moment was a homosexual. It turned out to be Toucan. And I don't think anyone was that surprised, you know. I think at the end of the day,
it's changed nothing in Toucan.
The real world.
Shirt lifter.
Yeah, the real world is that I think, what is it, 1% of the population, or 4% of the population? There's a percentage of the population anyway that is a little homosexual, shirt lifting, fudge packing, pillow biting, a little queer. And Toucan is him, so I think congratulations on Toucan for being proud of what he is as opposed to hiding it and being embarrassed about something that he feels
What is the next
deep inside.
number on the calendar?
The calendar! The Christmas calendar. Number 9. We have... Oh, we've just talked about this subject. We've just touched on this subject. Mickey Worthless.
Mickey Worthless has had a great year. He did the In the House tour. He had that thing, and he also sold blank CDs, and he
Blank
also
CDs.
had...
Mickey Worthless sold blank CDs at events for £1 a pop to fans and made a fucking killing off of it. That is ingenuity.
James Arthur dissed him, and it got James Arthur pretty much dropped from his label. He had apologise and shit. He said,
Even in today's Sun, which is the biggest selling newspaper in England, he has been attacked for his ways. For sleeping with 17-year-olds, which is something Mickey Worthless is all too familiar with.
we all like a little 17-year-old now and again. What is the next number? I cannot wait. I cannot. Please, Christmas, one more sleep.
Let's peel back the hard shell that reveals underneath the important factor that is number 8 in the top 10 battle rap moments of 2013. Moss Prob announcing that he was to marry his partner in crime, Rapunzel.
That made me cry when I seen him propose, because I realised I'll never be that happy and I'll never have someone and I'll forever be alone.
Forever alone.
Please kill me.
Dead inside. Definition is unfortunately not fanciable, so what we've got to appreciate is the fact that not only has a battle rapper managed to get a girlfriend, but they've managed to get them to marry them as well, which
But she was also a battle rapper, wasn't she?
Well,
and
I mean,
I hate her.
Finley, yeah.
She's a woman.
She is a woman. Women can't wrestle, they
Or
can't
rap.
battle rap, they can't just, you know, get in the kitchen and make me a sandwich, as Madness might say. Not me, because I'm a
Fucking
feminist.
sluts.
I'm a feminist.
Is what some men call women, and I disagree. What is the next number on the list? I can't wait.
The next number is 7.
The next, what is the thing though?
The thing underneath number 7 window calendar of the year 2010 battle rap involved is Sharon
has had the best year I've ever seen. Even though he got racially knocked back from the BET cypher, he still managed to kill it. Why haven't they gave him a title shot yet?
They haven't given him a title shot yet, in my opinion, because we've already gone through this. If we're talking about the fact that he wasn't given a BET cypher, and whether or not it was because he was white, or whether it's because he was a nerd, my argument is that where Pat Stater would have won that tournament, he would have been given the title, the cypher spot.
So you think Sharon's a little fucking faggot?
It's funny,
even though he's my battler of the year, I still think he should hit a fucking ponce. I'm gonna punch the kid when I see him.
He's got a spot on the. He was offered a spot on the cypher, and he's a teenager, and teenagers get spots.
Little twat.
Little twat.
What's the next thing?
The next thing, the next window we're peeling back on the calendar, Christmas calendar. I'd like you to just pay special attention to the little green blob there. That was provided by Disaster.
Wrongly so.
Wrongly so. The next spot is the return of the Fresh Coast.
Yes, it has came back. The Saurus and Ilmac were pioneers back in their day.
Pioneer. Imagine if the battle rapper did a bar battle with a pioneer.
That'd go off really well. So
Dirtbag,
Mad
take
Il's
notes.
pretty much fucked up the entire grind time, thus disbarring the Fresh Coast division. But Lush One, a good friend of mine, had a little word with another good friend of mine, Organic,
Right.
and they put 2 and 2 together and decided to restart the league. It's having a great event. I heard Dirtbag Dan was completely shit at the last one,
Who did he
so
battle?
hopefully the little overrated Ponce stops getting battles, because I fucking hate him.
You don't hate him.
I like that.
You got a tattoo.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the tattoo on your stomach that says
Oh,
I love
I've
Dirtbag
got
Dan,
the Thug Life
and
tattoo.
I want to rub his hairy chin on my hairy balls and create some kind of Velcro effect, and then rip it off slowly to create a sound that shall be heard around the world, and only Toucan shall enjoy it in the battle rap
What
scene.
is the next point?
The next point is your point, ever growing, on the subject of a Dirtbag Dan reunion. The next point is that we have done 10 to 6 now.
So join
this
us
week.
next time on the show when we will be having another great award ceremony thing. Thank you, Pamphlet. Thank you, Definition. Thank you, Tiger Ty, for coming to the show. Goodbye.
Ooh, just got through fucking your bitch.
That's what he did during the break.
Utilizing holes.
Consider your bitch fuck.
So check,
Utilizing holes.
check it out. I wanted to do this real fast.
Gaping Asian.
Gaping Asian.
Best year, worst year, and I have my opinion. And in battle rap, of course.
You're the best around.
And I think the guy who had the worst year is it goes without saying. And I hate to be a dick, but
Low Pesci had sweat in his face. And
that's definitely the worst day.
That's a bad day, but then
that's a horrible day.
And
a horrible
just
daylight.
From his standpoint,
yeah,
that just makes it the worst year.
It wasn't, and it was like it was.
Was that a pun?
That was horrible day.
And then combined,
I put his balls in his face.
That's a horrible day.
And it's one of those things where he like got so many in right before the buzzer. Just like so much shit has gone wrong for Low Pesci in the last like 2 months.
Well, I mean, his last trip to England wasn't the smoothest.
No, and then he shows up this time, and then he chokes, and then he gets
put to bed.
Before he gets put to bed,
he had to take a nap.
He got shot by Big T.
Oh shit! Pretty much.
No dry snitch. Not trying to dry snitch, I know, but
yeah,
fools didn't know about that.
Fucking shit.
That's kind of what happened.
Rocket launchers and shit.
So I would say he had about the. I would say he had about the worst year, and then
I think it's easy to
best
say.
year. I was going Corey Sharon all the way because the kid was just killing it all the way up until the fucking Arsenal tried to put on the fucking purple rag and.
Wait,
just,
is he from Grape Street? I'm
Sharon?
no, Aspect saying he really is from Grape Street.
Yeah, man.
Sharon?
Yo,
he said daylight.
I was in the Jays the other day. You feel me? And then me and my partner, we had to go to the Jordan Downs and shit, and we slid through over to the Jordan Downs, and there was like hella, and Sharon was like shot calling a bunch of tiny lokes. Sharon was shot calling all the tiny lokes on the block.
You can't perpetuate this kind of shit.
No, I was just confused because like that whole grape round, I was like, whoa. And then Aspect's like, no, Daylight really told him that he is from Grape Street now.
Okay.
So.
Go ahead, Young Smoke.
Dude, it's
Smokey
really good.
Smokey Lokington.
Hi.
Free Smokey.
Yeah, you can't perpetuate this kind of madness, or else people will actually believe that it's the truth. But
what does Corey Sharon think?
I was gonna say that. Yeah, that's what I think. I don't know what he thinks. I haven't talked to him about.
What does Corey Sharon's parents think?
Yeah, that's a way better question. That would be my second question for Corey Sharon.
According to Wikipedia, the Crips and the Bloods are actually the 2 largest gangs in Ottawa. So he might actually have a lot more affiliation than we realize.
Damn.
He just got to pop it out there.
So checky.
Message.
My man's on the block.
I have to say, and it almost pains me to say because it was my duty to make sure it wasn't true, but I think Charlie Clips had probably the best year.
I think that goes without saying.
I was gonna say B Magic because he pretty much had a flawless year.
B Magic had the biggest rise in stock, and he had the biggest rise, and people were like,
But
like
at
B
the
Magic.
same time,
B Magic was the boutique rapper.
At the
of the
same
year.
time, Clips covered
The
more ground.
boutique.
He went to 3 different leagues. He did work in every league. He had a clear victory every single time.
Against O'Shea?
Oh, I didn't. That's not that we haven't covered that yet. That just happened. They literally just released that. I was not talking about that shit.
To even have like what's considered
because he went out to the UK once this year before that, didn't he? At the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did he battle? Tony D.
Tony D.
And
he bodied
murdered him.
Tony D.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. He went and killed him there,
Yeah.
and he just the dude had a good year basically.
Yeah.
Saw it straight up and down.
I mean, what Charlie Clips, he definitely had like one of the illest approaches of the year in his battle against Hollow Hand. What he did, like that Jedi mind trick where he convinced the crowd that that they were racist basically, and if they didn't fuck with him, they were racist. Like that type of manipulation is that next shit right there.
He did good. He was consistent all the way through the year, and he covered more ground.
It's the same shit that Big K did to the KOTD Fresh Coast crowd. Like, if you ain't fucking with my bars, you ain't authentic. You know what I'm saying?
And shouts out to Big K and Ilmac for having the #1 battle of the year according to
Source
Source
Magazine.
Yeah, so.
Shout out to that fool Jaybird for saying. For showing, Fresh Coast had like 3 or 4 of the battles of the year in the top 10 apparently.
I had one. I ain't mad at it.
Just out here waving.
I ain't
Congrats, my brother. Congrats.
Here,
the Source did a fucking an article on the Dirtbag Dan show.
Word.
They did it on not in the mag, but on the website that just like the 10 battles, and it just did a little write, and that's crazy to me. Like they're really covering this shit, you know what I mean?
And that wasn't even Benzino, cuz.
If it gets to us, you know what I mean, then they're really covering this shit. But so best year Clips, worst year Low Pesci. If you agree or disagree, get a podcast.
Who would you say is what about let's do most underrated rapper. Is that a category?
Sure, why not?
Who do you feel is like who is like the most slept on of the year?
Who do you think, Caddy?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you know.
Caddy hasn't even been on this
He
show.
doesn't care.
I didn't
not
know
even here.
anything you guys have talked about so far. I was like, wait, when do I tell stories about doing heroin? I was like, wait, why am I here?
Anytime you want, bro.
Wait,
Anytime you're ready,
We're talking about battle rap.
just take over.
Whenever heroin becomes relevant, the fact that your boy was like overdosing while he was filming the interview with a girl was saying that
women are the N-words.
that's
in
amazing.
current
That's the
society.
kind of shit. That's really just
No,
the
but
kind
I
of
wanna-
magic.
You're
That's the
just
kind of
here
content that the Dirtbag Dan show is all about pushing.
Yeah,
it's all good.
we're behind.
Hello.
No, I want to go check out some of the Don't Flop shit now. You guys have me all excited.
Well, I
about
don't
Oh,
understand why you
Marlo
haven't
and
been out
Shuffle
there.
T, man.
Oh, because I don't
Marlon
know.
and Shuffle T had a really good fucking year, man. Like,
I would say most underrated is probably the Kid Rum Nitty. Straight up.
I was gonna say KG because I think the guy constantly does good in big battles and still like nobody has like
yeah,
put
no,
him on that next
no,
level.
that's actually
you know?
that's
No.
for real. I think KG might be
KG's
the,
getting
the
that love
winner
now,
here.
though. But
No, I know he is,
and I'm not
Even,
going to
no,
dispute
but
that.
even though KG kills everybody, like everybody loves Snow right now. He fucking killed.
Yeah.
He killed Snow.
And no,
he
all the
didn't even
time,
get,
all
you
the
know?
time. It constantly happens. Every time he beats somebody, like you can argue that he beat Daylight. You know what I mean? Like, and you know, no one's arguing different, not even Day really. And but at
It
the
was
end
a
of the
sick
day,
battle regardless.
at the end of the day, it's like this. Is he in the same position that Daylight is in
Yeah.
now? No, and he was consistent the whole fucking year. He won every battle he was
He's
in.
a face tat away.
He's a face tat away. No, you got to, dude. Honestly, I think Daylight is seriously on some fucking next level entertainment shit. Like he's someone who sees it from a different. He's like
Hit
Marlo.
the gas, Paul Walker.
He's like Marlo and Shuffle T. Oh man, real quick, Paul Walker. People were so upset about Paul Walker. I honestly think it's a pretty good tribute. I hope that there's somebody like superimposes themselves in battles with me upon my
I thought
death.
it was tight, man.
Did somebody do Paul Walker line or something?
No, Daylight did a video
Daylight's video.
called Paul
I did
Walker.
a Paul Walker line in Salt Lake City.
Did you?
His Daylight released and the cover, like the visual release of the song is Paul Walker with the Daylight tat on his face.
And the fucking
Damn.
the video is him in Tyrese's spot in the car, just like gigging while fucking while Paul Walker's driving, and Paul Walker's like looking over at him and shit, and it's dude.
Holy
see,
shit,
like,
really?
Rory, I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen it, but you could appreciate it. It's dude, because me
It's
and
just a
Rory
bunch
like
of scenes
me and
from all
Rory
the
went to
movies
film
with him
school,
in
bro.
it.
Like the way like the beat will like dip and he'll say crash and then it'll show. Yeah. Oh yeah, you totally like.
Daylight's like working
Oh,
with like
it's perfect.
Spike Lee
It's
and
perfect.
shit, dog.
It's just
Like, for
lo-fi
real.
enough for you to be like, yeah, that's good. I love this. This is, you know what I mean? This works. But honestly, I don't see where it's like super offensive. Like it's not like he's like saying he's using the dude he's using the dude who just crashed going super fast in a car as a metaphor for living a super fast life.
Yeah.
That's that. You know, like what is a better metaphor? If you did a James Dean one, is it like too soon? So you have to wait like 50 years or
Well,
some shit
I mean,
like that?
how would you feel if it was like your cuz, your bro,
you know, if it was my cuz or my bro or my like whatever on some like Steve Irwin shit, I'd be like, man, that motherfucker, he'd love to go fast and run wild with crazy big animals with fucking stingray.
Just the whole irony surrounding that dude dying in a car crash is just it already makes it like it's a touchy subject
There was
that
an
you
interview
can't
with-
avoid.
there was an
without
interview
going.
with that
I
dude.
like give it the shit least amount of cares about. Like I fucking like really like the dude didn't do shit wrong to nobody. He wasn't like molesting kids. He was out there like working
He
for
was like-
charities.
no,
and
he was
shit.
You know of.
Dude,
Well,
but-
I mean, yeah, I know.
Hey,
I'm
dude
not
had
gonna
a
pry his
fucking
walls open in his house. you
Dude
know?
had a fucking ill run, bro. He
Yeah.
fucking killed it.
You
He
look
was
good,
on
man.
he was on in the world killing it. And then he went out fucking fast and fucking doing the thing that he loved.
Fast and Furious.
Dude, there was an interview where he said if I die racing then I died fucking happy and shit. And the dude who was who was
fucking
driving
A then. Who's
it was
bitching?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just saying don't but
That's
like
it then. That's
don't
it.
you can't be mad at Daylight using the dude who lived fast and died young as a metaphor for living fast and dying young. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of it is what it is. Like Paul Walker may not have been like a fucking junkie or some like person who lived fast in that sense, but the dude drove cars over
All
100
right.
miles an hour.
I don't know
on
if
the
anybody
regular.
remembers, but I
That's, you know?
took a small stance on this subject on Facebook fucking recently.
I did not.
And it was really like people misconstrued it as me like having some like bleeding heart. Like I really like when it comes to relatives and shit. Like even me of all people, I won't go there with your dead family and shit because I respect the dead like that. But It's like I had more problems with the terrible amount of like Too Fast, Too Furious jokes, and just like I had more of a problem with society as a whole. It's like everyone's gonna make the same fucking joke like for the next like 3 days and act like you give a shit, and then you're never gonna hear about it again. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I thought that shit was gay.
I don't really give a fuck.
People like
when,
that
like,
fucking deserve better.
When celebrities die and shit, it's like, and then like these like girls are like sad and like reading Us magazine and shit, and I'm like, yo, so many homies died this year. Like, I give a fuck about Paul Walker's death. Like, it doesn't affect me.
You
like
fingering yourself to him and shit.
Because
like.
he was like fucking in a bunch of movies. We should fucking mourn him and not do videos about him and shit.
To be fair, if it was like if it was like a bitch I jacked off to, like Kate Upton died, I would cry.
I get that.
Really?
I'd be fucking devastated.
I don't think I would be that hurt about Kate Upton.
I'm trying to think of
I like it sucks. She's bad as fuck.
I'd still jack off to her.
I'm trying to think if there's any celebrities that died that made me cry.
Spider-Man.
I haven't cried since I was like 6.
Yes.
I remember why.
I remember he was like, "That's the last tear I fucking shed."
And I think it was fake crying.
Forced it.
Yeah.
Is that's the sign of a sociopath.
That's my that's my homie sociopath Ron right here. That's the new shit.
Awesome. That's good because emotions just slow you down.
But that video was tight.
I'm trying to think, like, honestly, if there was like a celebrity who would like touched my life enough to where I was like super bummed and cried that they died, and I can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
Like
I know I must have when I was like a kid.
Like every rapper ever.
I think Jim Henson died when I was like really, really young, and I was a big Muppets fan, and that might have made me feel some
I was
type of way.
27 when Jim Henson died.
27? No, I think he died. I must have been like 7 or 8 or something.
Yeah, we were around that age.
Jim Henson died?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? He had AIDS.
No, he didn't.
He had Muppet AIDS.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, Dirk cried about that shit, bro. That ain't funny.
He got AIDS from Swedish Chef.
I'm trying to think of anybody I've ever fucking.
That fool's AIDS was sold.
He had the 80s AIDS.
Yeah. It hadn't even become AIDS.
Hey, tell me you were
it was
not
gay-related immune deficiency syndrome. It was like a pandemic in San Francisco.
It was called Grids.
Patient Zero was like a fucking Muppet and shit.
The animal. She just partied too hard.
I hate you.
That fool had original 77 edition AIDS from fucking Senegal.
His AIDS had bell bottoms and shit.
Wow.
He had that good Arthur Ashe strain.
That's so bad.
I'm sorry.
I was talking about Paul Walker bad, and
Arthur
us just
Ashe.
like going
Man.
ham on AIDS for 5 minutes.
It's tight that Lush knows who Arthur Ashe is.
Yeah.
It's like,
I fucks with that Wimbledon
culture,
life,
man.
boy.
Oh man.
Everyone's gonna like Google like this fucking weird tennis
Arthur
player
Ashe.
now.
Fool's
Okay.
the man, dog.
I don't know where we were going with that, but it's
I don't
Apparently.
know. Best year, worst
Yeah.
year. Worst
It's time to
year
do-
worst year goes to Paul Walker.
It's time. It's time to go to the Q&A portion before we wrap this shit up. The first question: Ricky Waters wanted to know, Skylar, if the soundboard gets you any pussy in the world.
No,
No,
I don't need it for
not-
that.
I don't
He
think.
gets the he actually gets the soundboard pussy.
Like honestly, let's be
I
realistic.
got it
like,
laid a couple times.
How many female fans of the Dirtbag Dan show?
I know,
are there?
right?
Identify yourself, please.
The only-
all
Hey,
32 of you.
to answer your
please
question,
identify yourself.
you
only
mean
person
my
that's ever
followers on
approached me-
Twitter when I tweet that?
The only person that ever approached me was like, "Oh, you're Skylar G? Oh, I fucking hate you on the show."
Yeah,
I was
right.
like, "Oh, cool. Yeah, it's fucking."
I did an
awesome.
interview, and I was like, I'm stoked. People get to hate Skylar like I do. They get an inside look into how fucked up he is.
Hey.
Yo,
Live
so
with it, motherfucker.
yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, let's be realistic. It's just not that kind of a world. And I seriously, like, ladies, female fans of the Dirtbag Dan show, identify yourselves, and then if you're a rapper's girlfriend, then just unidentify yourself right away because you don't count. Some boyfriend you have forced you to watch this shit, and I apologize for that.
And now you guys aren't together.
I
You're
guarantee
thinking
you
about us.
I
and
guarantee you're not together with
it's
him
a whole
anymore.
thing.
If he made you watch this shit, you were probably like, "Oh, this is fucking."
It's a whole thing.
He did.
Ew.
People be like not asking questions and shit, and just being like, "Keep the show 2 hours." Like, all right, Dick.
Shut up.
And to answer the question, will Lush show his cock this episode? Not yet.
That's where we're saving that for episode.
Rats.
Heavily requested.
Dan, why do you hate Low Pesci? Was a question from Bobby White, and I think we addressed that. I don't hate Low Pesci. I hate the things that he does.
Put your head in the toaster.
All right, cool. They want to know me and you, Caustic, and honestly, this goes for all of you guys because all of you guys have done it enough.
Yeah,
with
let
us.
us know.
Tell me
what did you enjoy more, doing the podcast or doing the battle? It's not even fair. It's not a fair comparison.
Not a fair comparison.
It's super easy to do this. Like it's a hard setup. But once we're just sitting down, we're just shooting the shit. Like we would do this if there wasn't
natural.
Sadly, this whole thing gets broken down every week and gets used.
There's
for
times
crap,
where
it's a lot of setup.
There's times like when my Cortez battle gets uploaded, and I'm like, man, Dirtbag Dan show's awesome. And there's times when like I have a really good battle in England.
Dude,
I'm like, man, battling's tight.
2 weeks ago in Salt Lake City, I was like, fuck, I hate battling so much, man. Like, they put me in this hotel and fucking left me in the snow, and just nobody came to check on me or anything.
They're like, you'll survive.
Yeah, like I was like,
they were scared to talk to you.
I was like, yo, man,
this isn't Skid Row.
And I always like in Salt Lake City, I'm like particularly prone to like almost relapsing. So I'm like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We were there one night to fucking.
They just leave me alone.
I got to see you in that.
I go to 24-hour fitness by myself at like 3 a.m. and then fucking the next day there's no hemo rage, and I took these like pills called Lipo Rush, and fucking had like a serious panic attack, and was like about to leave. Like I dreaded that battle so much that I was like changing my plane ticket like right before the battle. I was just gonna bounce on the whole thing, be like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm Cadalack Ron. I can no show, and I'll still be all right.
This doesn't really affect my brand in the slightest.
Yeah, like I'll be fine, dude. It's anticipated.
Oh man.
But yeah, battling can be nerve-wracking, man.
Yeah,
You know, it's not. You can't relax until the battle's over at any event. You know, you're just like.
You were just out there by yourself.
Well, I flew out there with Aspect, but like he slept like the whole day. Just fucking. I put him to bed.
You put him to bed.
You gave him those two options.
I was like, yo.
You gave him two options.
Have a fight.
No, it was cool. No, Aspect was a good celly for that trip. It was like.
That's really, those hotels become like small prisons, yo.
Especially if it's snowing and shit. It's like you can go to you could brave the cold and go to the
like some
subway
Shining
across
shit.
the parking lot, or you can just sit in your room and fucking watch the 13 channels.
Go to the local watering hole and bag you a Mormon.
Or run your bars, or write your bars if you haven't done that yet, which is I think we've all experienced that shit.
Yeah,
that's always fun.
Okay, can I kick it?
No, you can't.
Asked. When are we gonna do another fucking short movie? They love the fucking counterproductive movie.
That's
I don't know.
a great question.
At some point, we do a lot. This is a lot of work to do every 2 weeks and shit. Like people are like, when's the next fucking episode? Yeah, it's fucking hard. There's a lot of shit, a lot of things that got to go into setting it up, and then
like writing it.
No.
Yeah, it's all scripted.
I need to receive my payment.
Out the bag.
No, it's just time consuming. The shooting, it's time. Setting it up, it's time consuming. Shooting, it's time consuming.
And we
do
other stuff.
Hustling up the money to pay me to come through.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think? What do you think we have?
We
How
gotta
many
bring
rubies?
like 3 gaping Asians for Lush every time.
How many groupies?
And how many
They need to
hemo
be tight
rages?
beforehand.
Cadalack Ron needs his weight in hemo rage.
Oh,
no,
man.
but we would like to. It's just a matter of timing, and I think again at some point we will. But Caustic.
Hello.
That's not a question. Fuck, I hate that. Dude, these people aren't asking questions. They're just can I
saying
kick
shit.
it was just saying that.
Let's hear a question. Give me a fucking question. Man.
Okay, all right, because can I kick it was just saying that people like you more than you think, Skylar, which is like whatever. What do you want? You suck his dick or something?
I don't really,
I'm really getting sick of all this positive affirmation.
Thanks,
Cool.
guys.
Here's a good one. If you could
Thanks,
fight
guys.
anybody,
I'll keep it up.
if you could fight anybody dead or alive, who would it be? Don't say Gandhi. Cadalack Ron, you first.
Why do I have to be first, man?
Okay, Skylar, go ahead. Fight if you can fight.
Fight anybody.
Apparently, I would low Pesci, dude.
Low
I want my odds, dude. I want to put money on this in advance if I get to choose. No, I don't know. If I could fight anyone dead or alive.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a weird question.
Oh, I got my answer
That's
now.
like that one question. Like, I don't know. Maybe Anne Frank under the house.
Anne Frank.
Just to be like, look, You're hella quiet right now.
And
We'll
you're like a
see.
ghost. You're like
We'll see
popping
what
out,
you could
and
do.
you hit her, and then you pop in the shadows. She doesn't even know she's fighting a person.
Or what's her name? The fucking Helen Keller.
That's who I was talking about was Helen Keller.
That fucking cunt.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful.
What if she kicked my ass though?
She probably could.
You should probably kill yourself.
She's got retard strength.
She does. She'd be like, "What?"
She makes sound effects like better than fucking Big T.
Imagine getting chased by a bunch of retards.
Oh no!
Awesome zombie
Do you
apocalypse.
think they would have like the sense of communal like bonding to come and get you together?
No,
Like,
actually,
They form a hive mind.
No, seriously, I was just saying, dude, for my next video, I'm gonna just be hanging out with 8 kids with Down syndrome, just doing like GS shit, like just going to the grocery store with them
and just stealing
like,
and shit.
because listen, yo, check it. I was at Pavilion's grocery
Just
store,
stuffing
right?
them with groceries.
There was a retarded kid in my neighborhood named Bobby, right? And he's like 37, but we were on the same.
He's a retarded kid.
We were on the same t-ball team, right? When I was in 3rd grade, and he was like 40, but he's only like 4'8", and he's like super crazy retarded, right? This fool's so retarded. Fucking.
That sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen.
When I ran into him at Pavilion's Market, I was with my 6-year-old son, and they talk to each other like they're like colleagues. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's up, dude?
yeah. The Bobby's like, "Oh, hey, Lion." He's like, "You looking forward to Christmas?" He's like, "You know, Santa's coming." And
like meet by the water cooler
Lion's
and
like,
shit.
Lion's yeah, Lion's all, "Yeah, you know, just chilling, whatever." And then I see Lion look at Bobby and he goes, "So, you like sandwiches?" And I'm like, what kind of question is that? But like for a retarded person, that's like a totally normal question. Like, I do like sandwiches. Like, I like to have a peanut butter sandwich in the morning, you know? I was like watching these children converse. I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, Bobby. I'll see you later, Bobby.
But you never allow them to hang out.
Hell
alone.
no. Bobby even kind of like touched his shoulder. I was like, hey, kick back, Bobby. I was like, I'll beat your fucking Down syndrome ass up and down aisle 17, homie.
Hey,
like, don't touch my fucking kid.
Real shit. Hey, just like Asian dude with Down syndrome saw me like playing with Vaughn in like a Walmart once. And I was
What
like,
is happening right now?
I like picked him. I like turned my son like upside down at Walmart, just like fucking with him. And this retarded like Asian dude comes over. He's like starts trying to like pick up my son also. I'm like, yo, bro, yo. I'm like, yo, I'll beat the shit out of you right now. Fucking put my kid down.
Yeah, for real.
And his like fucking like brother comes and gets him and like
It's
apologizes.
like baseball.
Dude, and I'm like,
Hey Lenny, hold on here.
Dude, and real shit though, and like 45 minutes later, I'm still in the Walmart. I'm in the aisle, and I turn around, and this fucking retarded dude is like trying to drag my son out of the aisle.
That's no good.
And I had to like, and his like boy comes over again. I'm like, yo, I was like, keep your fucking retard under control, or I will, bro. Don't fucking ever drag my child away from me.
He's like, do you have a license for that thing?
No, Caustic
I don't
doesn't
give a
like
Jesus
retards, though.
Christ.
Right?
I don't like
Welcome
fucking-
to the most
Remember,
offensive episode of the Dirtbag.
Fuck that
hey,
shit. I don't give
Caustic.
a fuck if you're a burn victim, whatever the fuck
Band-Aid
happened
man.
to you. Don't fucking take my kid fucking 3 inches
Yo.
away from where he's supposed to fucking be at.
Remember at
Damn.
Denny's, there was
I'll
like a
fucking-
retarded kid.
incredibly
I will fucking earth you
Caustic.
for that shit.
And this retarded kid was at Denny's, and he was like asking where this arcade was, and I'm like, I think he knows. I pointed to Caustic. So the retarded kid goes, "Oh, excuse me." He's like, "Do you know where the arcade is?" And Caustic's like, "No, I don't fucking know where the arcade is. Why the fuck would I know that shit?" He's like, "Get the fuck away from me." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This guy's
didn't
such
know he
an
was
asshole."
retarded. I didn't know
I
he
was like, "You're supposed to be
retarded.
like kind of nice to retarded people." Like,
Shut the fuck up,
Caustic's
man.
like,
Hey, kick back, Bobby.
"Don't touch my kid, dude."
I didn't
With
know.
your dirty hand.
Dude, it wasn't like apparent to me that he was retarded at first when that happened.
He was
though.
a tricky one.
You-
He was like,
He was like, "Hey, do you know where the arcade is?" I was like,
He was a slippery one.
he was a shape-shifting retarded kid. You know,
Getting off of
he was like,
right
"I don't know where the fucking arcade is. Get the fuck out of my face."
Okay,
Jesus Christ,
okay.
fucking retards.
Fucking 8 in the morning. I'm trying to eat pancakes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
PJ Sumrock wants more Facebook interventions. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do a real quick Facebook intervention. And I just want to put somebody on blast. Tony Madness is like the one who nominates everybody for Facebook interventions. He'll be screenshotting me pictures of people like Pat Stay talking about working out, or Holahan talking
Just
about
like, look at
free-
these fucking
He's like,
This
"Look at
is
these
really
fucking guys."
Tony's segment.
Totally.
secretly.
This is Tony's secret segment.
Yeah.
But on that tradition, fucking thesaurus, you have to get a fucking Facebook intervention. You talk about your girlfriend every fucking 2 to 5 Facebook posts. Look, we know. All right, cool. The ugly guy's got a girlfriend. Great. We're happy for you.
Oh,
We're really happy for you, Pete.
Yeah.
We love you.
I did not know this was gonna happen.
We love
and
you,
I'm
buddy.
loving it.
And I'm sure she's a really nice girl. I can't wait to meet her. You don't need to tweet about her every fucking 2 seconds.
Did you guys get engaged
yet?
yet?
He's always going to see his lady.
You're a dick. He's
Really?
It's always like.
I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a response to this.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! Pete watches every show. He's gonna be like, you fucking dickheads.
Why don't we need to get
Dude,
him
I
on
love
here?
Pete.
Oh, yeah.
Teach me how to get engaged
Pete's
like
gonna get
3 times a year for the rest of my life.
Pete's gonna get on this show.
That's so tight.
And he's gonna fucking.
He's just gonna get on and be like, "Fuck all you."
Yeah, he's gonna be bummed.
Well, I have a rebuttal for that.
Let me tell you something.
We love you. We love you. We're just gonna do a few more fucking
love you,
questions
Pete.
here, and then we're gonna wrap this shit
I love
up.
you.
Retards.
Yeah.
Yo, I sat behind like the most autistic kid ever on the plane back here.
A flaming hot case of the ass.
It's all about. Hey, shouts out to
Like-
RMBVA, by the way, and shouts out to Eric Foreman for setting it up to where we have like a permanent thread on RMBVA where you can post all your questions for the Dirtbag Dan Show, and we're gonna look through them on every episode. Unfortunately, you guys like to argue about whether or not Cadalack Ron is the most racist person on the planet, and whether or not he's going to create a white supremacist.
So he got a new swastika tattoo to show you.
Check it out.
Right? Swastika to a Viking.
So now he's now he's gonna
Nazi Viking.
interview Michael Rappaport as Remy to explain why none of this is racist at all.
I want to be an engineer.
No.
Shoot, Remy.
Here's a question, real fast from Henrik. Do I think I should have won against Mad Child? I think it's an uphill battle against Mad Child in Canada. He would have had.
Yeah, you weren't gonna win anyway.
He would have had to.
I told you that before.
I think he would have had to do bad for me to win, and he did great.
He got you with that one bar though when he said warlords and Morgors.
Dude, that motherfucker.
I'm the mystical magical elf
He's
from
in
the dark
Mordor.
forest.
Meet me in the dark forest.
That motherfucker
I'll turn
is.
into a
It's
dragon.
like, yo, when I
shape-shift
cast
into
magic missile upon you,
Shout out to Ader1 and his fucking booty girl avatar. He wanted us to talk about the Paul Walker thing. We did. I think it's
Paul
fucking.
Walker.
I think it's great. It's a great tribute.
that gas,
and we
Paul
can only be
Walker.
so lucky as to live as fast and furious as young Paul Walker
Oh
did.
my
That was
God.
not it. That was
That was
not.
exactly what.
Dude.
Yeah,
what-
that's
what
why I
was
did it
not that.
earlier.
It wasn't that. It was. I meant it in a
like
real
I hope
way.
you get fucking like baby cancer.
I meant
Rocket
it in a
launchers
real
and
way.
shit.
I meant that for real.
I hope you
Boot
get,
back, but he boot blocking shit.
I hope you
There
get
you go.
autistic, dude.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
I've
And
dealt with some real ass retardation lately.
may
bro.
you be unleashed with 7 generations of
All right.
Asperger's.
we're doing
aspects.
we're doing 2 more questions. One for Caustic.
Fuck.
What is your routine for writing? How does it differ from mine?
I usually just completely pretend it's not happening until about 4 or 5 days beforehand.
and then he writes it out of like sheer.
And then I
terror.
get really stressed out about it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I fucking hate this person. I hate this person. Why you make me do this? And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't.
I usually prepare a lot, and when I don't, it's bad.
Lush did not like my answer.
Yeah.
No. You good? You delivered.
You know what? I will freestyle terribly if it comes down to it. If it really comes down to it, I will
And tell
freestyle
everybody that you forgot
so
your shit.
bad, and then I will announce to everybody, and I'll try to run back through my shit to get back on, and I won't.
I mean, no. For a better answer, usually I don't really like. If I get ideas along the way, I'll jot them down and try to make something into them later. But I don't ever have verses until like the night before.
Final
usually.
question for the fucking Dirtbag Dan Show, this little year-end special that we had, and this was great. You guys got to hear a bunch of shit that you never would have heard if we like tried to structure a show, and that's a way to make myself feel better about.
Here, just cause.
5 battles. We'll be back
Just for you guys.
We'll be back with 5
Just
battles.
had to play it
We'll
once.
be back with 5 battles next
Dude,
year.
we got 5 battles
We'll be
in
back
the
with 100 Bars magazine. They're doing a little write-up on us, and we're going to interview those guys, and we're going to talk about their magazine because I think they have the illest looking battle mag that I've ever seen. It's fucking super clean.
Yeah.
The writing's
Looks like a real
well.
mag.
It's just and it's cool. It's a good look for the culture. So we're gonna talk to 100 Bars magazine. We're gonna put a link on the website too, so you guys can check that shit out. But also, we're doing a little Fresh Coast Non-Perishables tour. We're gonna be doing a run into the Southwest. We're gonna doing some SoCal shows. There'll be more information about that on the Dirtbag Dan Show
website coming very soon, and Blackout 4, of course. Lush, you're gonna be there, right? I'm gonna be there doing all the post-battle interviews, and we're gonna be representing the Dirtbag Dan show hardcore in that bitch. And
when is the reenactment of the Mickey Worthless Pesci Greco-Roman match dropping?
we're gonna make sure that gets aired.
You're trying to get that footage?
He's not gonna give it to me, but I'd like to get it out into the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Whatever. No one listens to me or cares what I think.
Figure it out.
And finally, the last question that I was gonna fucking ask is, who is the most repressed homosexual in the world of battle rap? And you can't say Toucan because he came out of the closet. That guy Toucan from one of the UK.
The actual gay dude?
Yeah, the actual gay dude. Definition talked about.
So
it's not really
we
repressed.
basically gotta like say who we think is the most in the closet but blatantly obvious.
I think Fresco is like a super easy one, right? And I don't think so. I think he's like one of those dudes that dresses like a chick to get chicks. Yeah, he dresses like a chick to get chicks for sure. Yeah. It's like androgynous.
Who?
It's all about how everybody's thinking about this shit hella hard.
Who's just the most?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Hey, what if the bitch that got proposed to is?
Oh, that would be rough on homie.
And then she's like, "I left you."
For a woman.
Or for the other DK and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's the gayest? I don't know. Everybody's gay.
You're all gay.
Yeah,
I think you are for asking that question.
We all.
He's waiting eagerly.
Sweet.
It's like, I gotta watch all.
Whoever asked that.
At the end of the day, buddy, we all fucking hang out with predominantly dudes and fucking tell
speak for
crude
yourself.
jokes to each other.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
No, I mean like in the battle world. I mean like in the world of battle rap,
I
at
show
battle
up to
events
with like 8 bitches, like Trill,
Shut
Taco.
the
I got bitches with me right now. I came to the
Yeah.
Dirtbag Dan show with bitches. Like,
Yeah, my man's got like a fuzzy
short of lush.
purple cape.
At the end of the day, it isn't the most chick-friendly environment, so probably a lot of repressed homosexual
Fuzzy
outlets. Why don't you guys
cape.
tell us?
Just tension everywhere.
You guys
or
tell
what?
us who the most repressed homosexual is. Put it in the rap music or in the rmbva.com thread. Go there. Go to the Dirtbag Dan Show questions thread, and you guys tell us who the most repressed homosexual is, and we'll report it on the Dirtbag Dan Show.
We'll take a poll. We'll make a poll out of it. You guys like polls because you're fucking faggots.
We'll make a gay poll for all the polls out there.
For all you fucking poll
you guys
junkies.
can write it.
Yeah, pause on calling it a poll, by the way.
You guys can write it.
Poll writing.
Yo, so this has been the Dirtbag Dan Show. We had a good year. Fucking A.
It'd be
We'll
dope.
be back. We'll be back 2014.
That was a terrible year review.
Yeah, we didn't really do a good job of that.
Oh, that was a horrible
Do you
year
want to
of
start
review.
over?
No. I think.
We have a show in like 10 minutes. Do you want to start over?
We talked about Franco's blanket, and I think that's the most important thing.
Just play him out. Play the song.